All right. Welcome, everybody. Tonight we are doing a special one-shot. Some holiday heists for Dungeons... Oh, it's not Dungeons & Dragons, is it? It's Blades in the Dark. We're running Blades in the Dark today. Those of you who haven't played, so have not most of these players. Hello, everybody. And we are here. So, welcome everybody. My name is Noble Crumpet. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. On Sundays, we do TTRPGs with my friends, like this one that you're seeing right here. On Tuesdays, I do art, and on Thursdays, I do other video games. And for now, let's see what our allies are doing, as they have just been given characters not more than 20 minutes ago.
And that's what that's kind of the survivalist mentality of it, because like interpersonal drama doesn't matter. It's like you're trying to survive, so like remove your ego.
Speaking of removing your ego and trying to survive, we're live.
Nice.
All right, welcome everybody. You guys know how to play, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to start this game in media res, just in the spirit of Blades in the Dark. So right now we're going to do an engagement roll. And you don't even need to know what that means. I'm just going to do it. So, we are going to roll one base die. Just every time you do an engagement roll, you get one die. This is particularly bold and daring, so we're gonna get another die. Doesn't expose a vulnerability. You don't have friends or you do have friends in context. You're a patron, and target is lower tier. No. District modifiers, no. So I think it's 2. Okay, so we're gonna roll 2 dice. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I've never seen what the rolls look like in this game before. And roll 20, I mean. So, we got a 3 and a 6. Whenever you roll dice in this game, you roll a bunch of d6s, and you take the highest one. A 6 means yes, you did it. 4 and
Yay.
5 means partial success, so it's pretty common. And then 1 through 3 means failure. Double 6s is a crit. Double 1s is, well, you don't want to get double 1s. Let's just say that.
You spontaneously combust.
Exactly. And,
Maybe.
the other thing is, if you don't have any pips in your action that you're trying to do, you will roll 2 dice and take the lesser one, so disadvantage. So a lot of your skills are going to be like that in this mission. So since you got a 6, that is a success. You're in a controlled position when the action starts. And a controlled position means that if you fail, you can try again, or maybe you'll get a better result than normal. So that's good. You guys are good. Your mission, you've been offered a mission by your mysterious patron to steal a magical helm from an elf's workshop on the night of Soltide Eve. It should be empty. Only guards would be working on such a auspicious holiday. The snow is falling on the cobbles outside of the factory, and it's generally dark and nighttime. There are guards posted at the front, at least 2 of them. But otherwise, imagine a steampunk factory with maybe a chimney, tall windows, like high above the ground, maybe several locked back entrances. You guys can be where you want. And just tell me what you would like to do by looking on your sheet, looking at the different actions. They are attune, command, consort, finesse, hunt, prowl, skirmish, study, survey, sway, tinker, or wreck. Your basic fight one is skirmish. Your basic ranged fight is hunt, and wreck and stuff is for wreck. Wreck is not an attack; it's damaging stuff. Otherwise,
Brawling with like items.
yeah. Other things of note: prowl is generally your acrobatics or traversal skill. Finesse is like your sleight of hand skill, as well as a bit of dexterity. And I think that's all you need to know. Oh, yes. Generic high fantasy setting. Attune is your magic in this setting. So,
Okay.
you're at a factory. You guys have discussed this ahead of time, of course. You would have. Where do you think each of you guys are in this mission? Why don't we start with the leech? You've probably had to do a lot of prep work since you're like an alchemist artificer. Where do you think you are in this?
Okay. I guess depending on whether the helm is like on public display or not. If it's in a vault, then I'll probably be looking to.
It would be inside the factory, in the elves' factory. It's in their R&D section. They've been using it somehow.
Okay, then I assume like trying to cut in, like slice it in to whatever vulnerable spots would be the best thing for me to do.
Cut yourself in. So like a precision job, like cutting in a window or a lock.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Don't need to go demolition or any shit like that.
sure. Is anybody else with you, or have other people opted to go in different directions? Maybe some people are trying a different entrance or trying a different tactic.
I'd probably be trying to talk to ghosts to figure out the layout of the place. See if I can get info.
I'm dragging the Whisper along with me. I'm going through the back door. I'm gonna knock out whoever's guarding it, and we're gonna walk on through while the Whisper is doing their own weird wispy thing. Cause fuck that shit.
Well,
I want to compel a ghost to come talk to me so I can learn any secret
Yes, I
entrances.
understand. And you're blind while doing this, so I'm dragging you along.
all right, Slide. Where are you going?
I was going to distract the staff. So there's guards on rotation. It may be a skeleton crew, but let's make sure they're not monitoring anything.
Of course. All right. So Whisper, you're trying to talk to ghosts as far as this goes. I feel like that's a preparatory thing. So let's, even though we, would have done that ahead of time, why don't we call this our first flashback? So this is a mechanic in the game. It's called taking a flashback. And what you do is you suggest an action that you took prior to this heist or score that was possible to do. If there wasn't enough time, then you couldn't do it, etc. But you can retroactively say you did stuff. So Whisper, let's say you were investigating by speaking to the unquiet dead. It's going to take a minimum of 1 stress. It'll probably take 2, but make an attune roll.
Okay.
So that should just be click the attune button, like the
Alright.
word.
I'm looking at the special ability that says compel, so I guess I would be trying to summon a nearby ghost field to talk to.
Mhm.
You said this is a risky roll, or would you say it was?
I didn't say. So these are things that matter. The standard position that you're in is normally risky, and the standard effect is, well, standard. But you guys are starting in a controlled position, even though this is a flashback, so I'm going to say it's controlled.
This is us doing it ahead of time,
Mhm.
seeing if there even is a ghost field. Standard,
Yep, controlled standard.
bonus dice. It doesn't say any bonus dice, so I
Yep.
think this is right. Guys, Ghost Mind wouldn't apply to this. This says I'm always aware of supernatural entities in my presence.
Okay, so
plus
those
5.
abilities, you don't
Mhm.
have any of them.
Oh.
You can tick a bullet up if you'd like to have that ability, and that's another thing that because we're all doing this like as we go along. I didn't quite tell everybody how it's going to work, so you're as surprised as everybody else. During this heist and any other heists, up to 4 times you can say I'm trained in this and add a pip into that skill. So you can say I'm trained in attune and add a pip to that skill. You can't add more than 1 pip to any skill to make it what is it? You can't have more than 2 pips assigned into any skill beyond what's already assigned there. I think that's how it goes.
I think so, yeah. Some balancing thing based off of.
Yeah, basically, like, you can't have more than 2 pips in any of your actions, except for like your ones that are already trained. You can add an additional one to go those up to 3.
What about the special abilities? That counts as a
Special
pip too?
abilities, it is not a pip. Everybody starts with 1 special ability. During this heist, you can choose what your ability is.
Oh, you can pick now or later.
You can pick whenever you want. You don't have to
Okay.
pick it now.
Oh, okay.
Now you are
I didn't know that.
faceless rogues.
Guess I want to add a pip to attune, so I'm better time at this.
Sure. You probably already have 2 pips in it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so I'm just
So-
adding an extra pip to make this extra ghosty.
Yep, so this is your last pip that you'll add to it.
Okay. Because it already had 3 pips in there already.
Yeah, it already had 2, I think.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright, so bonus die, it already accounts for it because it's already
it already
attuned.
accounts.
It doesn't seem like it accounted, but I got a 6.
It might just have been updated, like,
Okay.
if you were in the middle of a text field.
Yeah, I was in the middle of the text field.
Okay, well, a 6 and a 1, we take the 6. So that's a success.
Can I just see if I get a crit?
If
Just
you
roll,
like.
just take the first one.
Yeah.
Don't discount the other.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, not a crit, so just a
Yeah,
6.
but it is applying it, so that's fun.
Yep.
Okay. You contact the spirits of the dead. It turns out that some people did die in this factory. At least 2 people died in an accident recently, somewhat recently. They have confided in you. They are elves, by the way.
Are these tall elves or short elves?
They are fantasy Tolkien elves.
Okay.
The elves
little-
confide in you that the helm is being held in their R&D section. They provide you with a rough map, or they provide you with a description, at least, of where that is. Like, oh, it's in the top upper right-hand building inside of the structure. It's like a small office held off of the ground to look over the employees. And you have also been informed that they are planning on working on Christmas you were misinformed by your patron. They probably are still at work tonight.
Relay all this information.
All right, you guys have been made aware of this. So, Cutter, Whisper, Slide, and I guess the Leech is probably in the back providing support to break in a second way if this all goes wrong. And either way, you guys can flank from two sides and double your chances.
I think I was going through the back door anyway.
Oh, you were going through the back door too?
Yeah. I said I was taking the Whisper with me because they're doing weird shit.
Okay. Well, the Whisper has told you where the helm is. And I guess we'll just assume you're all together then?
I'm going through the front.
You're going through the front.
Slide is going to the front. The Leech is probably... I'm not at there at the moment, but I'm the one with the saw. So I'll probably be the one to like just rush in once everything is clear.
Okay. So, how about we have the Slide go up front and distract the guards. Let's see how well that's going. So Slide, this is probably going to be... Actually, just tell me what you want to do.
Okay, my plan is that I am putting on the guise of someone who is merrily drinking during the holiday and wants to share the wealth with the folks who are working so hard on such an auspicious day. So he's going to bring a bunch of beer to these folks in order to draw them away from their posts and distract them.
Absolutely. This is, I would definitely say, a sway roll. Swaying is when you're trying to convince people of a lie or like convince them to believe in something that you believe in or join you, what have you. The opposite to that is command, which is kind of like intimidate or leadership, just for a distinction.
Heard.
So make a sway roll. Would you like to put a pip into this? Say you're trained in it?
I'm already.
You can have up to 3 if it's your pre-trained thing.
Okay. Actually, yeah, this sounds like it would be good.
Okay, put a pip in it, and then we can do the roll. You guys haven't risked your position at all. You've gotten 6s, so you're still in a controlled position. They are on guard duty, so I'll say that this has limited effect. If you'd like, you can push yourself by taking 2 stress to increase that to standard effect.
I took a stress before, right? Where do stress...
Oh, yes, sorry. Actually, I'm not familiar with how Roll20 does the sheet. Let me see if I can find it.
Above harm and underneath vice, there's this little bar that says stress. And
there are little daggers there.
Daggers, blades next to it. So you click on one of those.
And you said doing the talking with the ghost caused 1 stress.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it caused 1 stress. You were in a controlled position, and that wasn't that out of character for your character to do anyway.
Try and get
This is
some
a game
ghost recon.
where stress is also part of like your
Resource
resources.
pool. But if you get full stress, you're knocked out of the heist. And
Okay.
you'll take a trauma afterward.
Is there any way to reduce stress?
Yes.
There are some ways, abilities, what have you.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 stress then.
Okay, so
Fuck
you're
it.
pushing yourself. This is now a standard effect. You are really hamming it up. Let's see what your sway roll is.
So controlled position.
Control position, standard effect now. It was limited effect.
Any bonus dice?
Nope, unless you have an ability or something.
Okay.
Which nobody does yet. Okay, 4. That's a partial success. Cool. So, I'm going to say that, let's see.
Somebody starts asking, are you new to the office?
One of them has a gluten allergy and can't have beer.
Nice.
Why would you bring that? We everybody knew you're not supposed to bring the gluten.
Well, I have a flask of rum in my jacket pocket if you would like to partake of that instead.
I'm sorry. We are on duty. We've taken the night, and we're going to, celebrate another night. But, come on. Surely we can partake of a little bit. It's not going to impair us at all. And it is in the holidays.
You're big, strong, strapping fellows. I'm sure that this is just going to maybe take the stress off. It's not going to do... I don't want to distract you or anything. It's just... You're just so hardworking. It's good to reward good work ethic. You could have been home with your families.
All right. I am going to, as your partial consequence, I'm going to create a clock. It's just titled Suspicion. We're going to tick it up once.
It's weird for a drunk guy to be showing up at a factory in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and sharing their booze with a random person. You'd think they'd keep it to themselves, but it is the holidays. They're a little suspicious, but they do decide to accept. They are somewhat distracted now.
Oh.
Leech, Cutter, Whisper. There are fewer guards at the back, but Cutter, maybe you can take care of these guys if this is your plan.
I mean, how many's present?
There's just 2 of them.
I mean, I'd like to knock their skulls together.
All right.
It's not a delicate day. This is gonna be, you go take a nappy nap.
Why don't we call this a prowl? And we'll say that you're...
Not a skirmish?
Well, we need to get up there, I think.
Okay.
Get up there unseen. If we did pass the first obstacle, then I might have said it. But for now, we're going to prowl. So this is how we lead a thing. Who wants to lead this prowl? They might take on more stress than normal.
I mean, if it's me, I'll lead.
Okay.
Seems to be fair.
Okay.
Make the initiative.
So what happens is Leech and Whisper, you are also going to make prowl rolls. If you fail, you're going to cause stress to the cutter.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's how that happens.
Okay, so how many times you can upgrade the 4 times, right?
Yes, but you already have pips on your sheet, so it's just 1 more.
Oh, I have nothing on prowl, so that's why I'm like, should I spend it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to.
There's a total of 4 pips that you have to distribute among your skills. Your actions.
And that includes the ones that were already on the sheet when you switched to class, right?
Okay.
No, it does not include those. This is on top of those.
Oh, then maybe I'm actually gonna put 1 in prowl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so is it it's controlled, right?
It's still a controlled position.
And it's standard. Fuck off 5, and it didn't update.
Okay, bonus up dice is 0.
It should be 0.
Yeah, how come if... Oh, because 1 pip just means you don't get disadvantage. Right, now I get it.
Yes,
That's
is
why it's just
true.
1 dice.
It is a little confusing, and
Yes.
it confused me for a second too. You actually remembered before I did.
Yes,
Is
I was
it
like, why is it
controlled?
just 1?
It's still controlled.
Were you gonna add a pip to your prowl or no?
I'll go and add some. I added a pip, but I'm gonna add some stress.
And the stress adds a bonus die, or what does it do?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2. Well, it's 2 stress for an extra die. I don't
I ain't
remember how
stressing yet.
to calculate that though.
I don't know how that works. Just 2 stress for 1 dice. When it asks for extra die, I guess you just say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Okay, 6. You did it.
Okay, so you should have 2 pips in there now, right?
Well, is it 1 pip on the prowl and then 1 on the inside? So is that 2 pips or is that 1 pip?
That's 2 pips.
Okay, well I added 1, so I only.
Okay, so the other one's probably red. Because that was already in there, right?
No, I did not have any prowl. I added the prowl. I had 2 skirmish and 1 command.
Oh. Okay.
It turns red when you put it in.
The
Okay.
extra.
So
Well,
you have
what-
1 in prowl now. I
Yep,
see
I
it.
added a pip to prowl. Yes.
Okay, so
And
we
they
are.
used the stress to have the extra die.
No,
Which-
we're taking the lesser one, which is 2. Yeah, this is the same thing in the other direction.
Wait, no,
But I
but
thought it's only if you didn't have any pips, then it's just less.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's just.
they have 2 dice because they had the stress to roll the extra die.
Yeah.
Oh,
one-
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're pushing yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They,
Sorry for the
although I
confusion.
think the leech gave still a stress possibly.
Yeah. So
That's a 1.
So everybody that's rolling, we're going to take the best result from among these, which is the cutters, because they got a 6.
Good job, Cutter.
Thanks.
So you did it. There's no partial. And the leech failed. So Cutter, you take 1 stress.
Something starts falling off the side, like as we're climbing up the stairs, and the Cutter just like miraculously grabs the beer can before it falls over or something.
Yeah.
A wrench that was falling.
looks at
Oh,
the leech and is like shaking their head, like we gotta be quieter than that.
Just shaking my fist. Disappointed.
I
Right.
shake my stall.
You guys sneak up to the guards, and I guess you did it. So I'm just gonna say,
Just straight up like a evening, gentlemen. Crack.
yeah,
Now you
I'm
get
gonna
to
say
punch.
I'm gonna say you guys cracked their skulls together.
Heck yeah.
You have otherwise evaded the guards. Now there's just a door to get through.
Well, do they have anything on them?
Nothing
Yeah.
useful.
Could I do study to see if they have anything useful?
Study is your investigation, basically.
Yeah. As
Though,
a student, but sure.
and survey is your more perception. I'm just saying generally.
Mhm.
You root through their things. It looks like they do have some sort of like convoluted key device. You haven't seen anything like it. It's sort of like a candy cane, and it has like some sort of combination of buttons on the side.
Take it either way.
Yeah, so if somebody's gonna study that, I'm gonna call this a tinker roll because it's a complex device.
Let me see it, because that's me.
Yeah.
All right, pass it. I take it and I pass it to the leech.
All right, Leech, let's do a tinker.
Okay.
You've got 30 seconds for a kick down the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one more pip into it. So that's 3.
All right, three's the max for starting characters. All right, a 6. You did it. Fantastic. As you're looking at the device, you figure out that the buttons seem to open the door. However, there is a button there that seems to disable a trap that was laid upon the door. If you had just tried to open it, it might have gone off. But thanks to your investigations, you quickly turn it off, and whatever was waiting for you there is gone. No alarms have been raised. You're in.
All right.
The slide. Let's go back to you. So you've been partying with the guards for a little bit. We can say
Make
that
friends.
you hear on like we'll say you have some sort of magical comm bead or something to communicate. Or why don't we say that you have that, and everybody can take one load. So what this is, I'm
Where's
trying to
the
find
load?
where it is on the sheet.
Well, it says load, light, normal, heavy. So there's little things
Yep.
underneath our names. and then
We'll
the
assume that
items
you
are
guys
underneath
have normal load, so you can click the middle load. It's directly underneath the class name.
Yep.
So that means that you can say that you have 5 items. You don't need to have the items like loaded out ahead of time. You can just say that you have them. The ones that are in the box above, those are particular to your class. Anything below that is like everybody has those.
it. What's a scary weapon?
A
Or
scary
tool?
weapon or tool?
Is it a scary weapon or tool?
Well, it's a scary weapon.
I have a ghost key. I don't know what
Yeah.
that does.
Well, I just have a shovel and I have an angry face painted on it.
In
Wait,
fact,
but-
actually,
Cane sword.
what is it?
I have a cane sword.
You
Yes.
do.
I love
Nice.
it.
I think you did choose the right class.
But you're saying we basically, as needed, kind of tip the things up to 5 items?
Yep.
Yeah, you have 5 iterations of clicking a thing and saying you have it. In this
I want to know what
case,
a ghost key does.
since it's a communication tool, it's probably like a key of opening to just kind of get
It
past
is.
the door.
It
Alright.
allows you to access basically like the ghost network in a sense. So you have to search for a door or attune to the ghost world, and you can potentially find doors to unlock and bring to other places.
All right.
It's like a blink.
For now, since there is no thing for communication device,
It was just a comm bead plus comm bead.
yeah, you could just do the plus thing and put a comm bead.
I mean, how
or
big is this place? Can we just make like a weird bird whistle or something from the other side of the building?
that's
I
true.
mean, I want a comm.
If you do a signal, but I will ask the slide to check off load for the booze that they brought. I forgot about that.
Nice.
All
Uh,
good. Worth it.
Wait, so how much load short? Okay, what are these things? What does short mean in the second portion?
Short?
When you add the plus, it asks for the load, which I assume would be 1, and then it asks for in the middle there's something I don't know what it stands for, and it just says short is the default.
I'm actually not
seen
sure.
that on how much load.
So it should just be 1.
Okay. I don't
And
know
then
what
just hit OK. I don't know what the
Okay.
short is. Sorry, I was
In-
fucking around in your character
yeah.
sheet.
Get out of mine.
Yeah, I'll get on
Okay.
one of the
I
blank
added
ones.
combi.
I'm saying
It's
the booze was subterfuge supplies. Is that appropriate?
Sure, why not?
Sweet.
Communication. Combi.
That's honestly
communication.
probably what it is.
I mean, they could have been demolition tools if you just brought a rag. Just saying.
No, that's cutter approach.
All right. So slide. Either way, you hear from the others that they're in. What would you like to do in this situation? Are you going to try and maybe relieve these guys? Maybe convince them to go party? Try and get them even more drunk so they leave?
My thoughts were I could either have poisoned the booze with some sort of sleeping draught, or get
You'll
them
roofie
drunk enough
them.
that they leave. Yeah, I was gonna roofie them.
Okay, that would definitely be a load item. I don't know if there's poison down there. It doesn't look like there might be, so you might need to add it, but we'll say that you could have poisoned it. Let's call this a flashback, and let's call this... Ooh, this is interesting. I'm going to say that in order to get the bottle to look like it was unopened again, it required finesse.
Could the leech have helped with it?
Sure.
Flashback?
Yeah, because
You-
I mean it's all chemical brews, so this is something that they would have prepared in advance.
So in order to assist somebody, Leech, you can take 1 stress and it gives the other player another die. A bonus die, if you will. Would you like to? Might be muted.
The bonus die? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
You just take 1 stress.
Okay.
To
You help
assist
them make
somebody.
roofie drink.
Yes.
And
So you're going to do finesse. You can, as always, put a pip into it to help
Do I need
build your character.
to use an item for it, or
Mm-mm.
okay?
Nope.
Because it's just an assist.
Yeah,
Can I-
it's just an assist.
yeah, and can I put? Where do I put the pip if I'm not trained? Would it be on the left?
It's on the
of
left side,
line?
yes.
Okay.
And I can tell you the reason for that line later.
Am I still in a controlled position?
Yeah.
Nothing has gone wrong yet.
Yeah. As soon as something goes wrong, you're no longer in a controlled position. All right.
Oh,
So something
fuck.
has gone
Well,
wrong.
something else.
Fantastic. So,
That damn gluten allergy.
you hand the booze over to the guards. They've started drinking it and whatnot. One of them kind of notices the label has like peeled back a little, and they recall that the booze was open when it was given to them. Something in the back of their mind is like, hey, wait a minute.
This is kind of sus.
They look over, and one of the guards that started drinking before them falls over. Then he looks at you, and he immediately gets incensed. They pull out a club, and they go, "Hey, what was in that shit? Get back here! You're under arrest." Let's say that it has altered your position.
Bitters. It was fine.
So you're now, you specifically at least, are in a risky position.
Okay.
And I'm going to tick up the suspicion once, I think. And that might have been too much for this, but I'm going to push it anyway. All right, so the slide has maybe alerted them with their bad poison. Okay. Cutter, Whisper, Leech, you guys have gotten into the facility. In here, you look around. The place is lit up. Not all of the lights are on, but a lot of them are on. Some of the machines are on, and the conveyors are like moving. You can see that there are like these sort of toy soldiers that are being like built on the assembly line. There's also like these like animatronic dancing dolls, and they kind of just like look like oversized toys almost. But there are some elves, not a lot. but there are some that are working, and you can see the office across all these conveyors overlooking everything. The lights are on, and you can see like magical holiday lights twinkling above the windows, and there are several people up there. You think you see silhouettes laughing and joking with each other, all holding glasses and cups. It must be some sort of after-hours holiday party up there.
Oh man, time to crash party.
It must be. What are you guys doing?
Wait, what are we going for? We're going for a vault, right?
We're going
the
for
helmet.
the helm, which is in that office where the party's taking place. There's also a bunch of elves to get past that are working on these giant toys.
I say we make a distraction and have them go investigate it instead.
A lot of
Listen to
conveyors. I bet that the leech could make something go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I do have a bandolier of chemicals that I can use. So, I think I'm gonna do like a firecracker type of deal. Nothing like actual like massive danger, but you know, enough to make a noise.
Okay. Let's have you check off a load for that. I don't know if this is necessarily a roll, or if it's just like you've used an item to overcome a situation. I say you definitely have distracted them. You've set off a firework inside of maybe one of the machines overlooking the conveyors, and it looks like it started sparking all over the place. A bunch of the elves immediately run towards it, trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with it. Shut it down! Shut it down! There's something... sparks! What the heck? So I'm going to say that you can get past there, and I will just increase suspicion once.
All right, that's good enough.
Yeah. At the cost of one suspicion, you've gotten past these elves. You guys make it up towards where the holiday party is going on. I will also allow anybody to look around as you guys are heading over there. There's a lot of strange magical devices in this factory that the elves are probably integrating into their devices. If you want to find some extra loot, here's an opportunity. You guys will earn +1 coin if you succeed at an attune roll here. Whoever wants to.
I think I should probably attune roll this then.
Go for it.
I'll vibe out and feel if I can feel any magical energies come from anything.
All right.
So, just a regular roll?
Yeah. This is a risky standard, we'll just say.
Okay. And, okay. Do I want to use stress on this? Yeah, I'll use the stress. That adds 1 bonus die for 2 stress.
Yes, that's called pushing yourself. 2 stress, +1 die.
Yeah, why not? That's early enough.
Don't freak the fuck out.
I got a crit!
You did get a crit. All right. In that case, I'm going to say that you are rushing past all these magical conveyors. One of them has like slowed to a stop as they try to figure out what's going on. And in a pile of stuff, you can see that there's a whole bunch of magical reagents that would fetch a pretty penny, at least to some of the people that you know. You snag a bunch, and I'm going to say that you guys are going to get +2 coins since it was a crit.
This is
So-
industrial grade stuff.
Yeah. You guys can normally hold 4 coin per person, so I'm just going to say that Whisper, add 2 coin to your coin. It's underneath that healing clock.
I just click 2 coins.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Your crew can also hold up to 4 coin right now, but it could eventually hold more. If you put any in your stash, it's harder to get it back out. You're kind of like storing it away for later.
It's a 401k, you don't want to touch it.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it. You can put them in at 1 for 1, but you have to take them out at 2 for 1, is how that works. Anyway.
So for now, just 2 coin.
Man.
Nobody else could grab any?
Well, this is increasing what the whole crew is going to get. You're all going to get paid regardless, but you have found some bonus stuff. All right. As you're walking up these staircases, you make your way to the upper levels. There's an office building or an office structure here. The door's closed. There are windows. You can see what's going on sort of inside. it's on you guys how you want to tackle this. I'm going to actually ask the cutter what they want to do in this specific situation, and then we're going to go back to the slide and see how they get out of it. That doorway. Maybe secure an exit.
Well, there's demolition tools, so could easily just sort of make something happen, make a big boom, kind of close the door behind them, or run in with a scary weapon.
Okay.
I mean,
What the fuck is a rage essence vial?
So I don't know if you were playing with us, but Rage Essence Vial, that is a Blades in the Dark exclusive. If you give somebody Rage Essence, they can do nothing but attack, and they have to attack until there's nobody else around,
So this is
or
just
until they're
shivering.
knocked out. I guess so, yeah.
Huh. Let's not do that one until.
And you cannot
maybe.
distinguish friend from foe as well. I
Yeah,
believe
let's
that's
not,
part of it.
unless somebody wants to wait. Let's not do that one. Yeah, I think
Spike-
throwing in like a smoke grenade.
Spike up the punch in the retirement home. Let's see what happens.
Sure. All right. So you're gonna open up the door and throw in a smoke grenade.
Yep. And then wait outside and see if people like maybe run out and leave or something. Of course, they're gonna be suspicious. So I
Oh,
assume
yeah.
it'll go up.
Oh yeah, it'll probably go up if some. It'll probably go up regardless. Honestly, that's almost going to be a cost. In fact, I'm gonna add 2 pips to this just as the cost. So we're in a risky position. Actually, I'm gonna call this a desperate position. There isn't really a way to reattempt this, but it's gonna have great effect.
Okay.
It's gonna get everybody out of there. Okay, and why don't we? Yeah, I didn't say what kind of roll it is.
No.
I guess this would be maybe finesse? Either finesse or maybe tinker. But I think finesse is probably all it is to like slide the door open. Get it in the right place so that people think it's a malfunction instead of a smoke bomb.
Or I can just yeet it through a window like a smoke bomb. I don't think Cutter's a very quiet
Okay, well,
interaction.
that's probably gonna immediately fill up the suspicion clock if
Oh.
you break their window, and
I will try finesse. I don't have any pips, and I don't want to put any pips in it.
that's fine.
well,
Just roll it. You
I
can
have a
get
question about
assistance.
special abilities.
Yeah, what
Can
about
you
it?
choose one?
Yeah, you can
Could I
choose one.
Could I choose compel to just summon a ghost to scare them out? like,
Sure.
basically
What does compel do?
You can attune to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command you give it. You are not supernaturally terrified by the ghost you summon or compel. So I'd basically summon a ghost to keep reenacting its industrial accident.
Sure. We can also flavor this as summoning a creature. We can definitely workshop any of the ghost-related abilities, just because they're tuned to Duskball.
Yeah,
But,
and you said it was just one special ability, so I guess that's the one I'm choosing since it was.
That
kind
would
of
be the
I
one
did
that you
earlier.
choose, if you're going
Yeah.
to choose it.
I can basically help ghosts pop in, and I'm basically doing this to freak them out and get them out of the office, essentially.
Why don't we combine your idea with the Cutter's idea?
Okay.
Let's say that you're doing this, and the Cutter is taking a load and a stress to assist you. So you're going to get a +1
Yeah.
die on this.
Cool.
And I'm still going to say it's desperate, but it's going to have great effect.
And it's an attune then for me because I'm essentially trying to get the image of the ghost dying, like freaking them out.
Yeah, and it's a tune for you. Then we're going to
So-
go back to the slide after this, I promise.
So it's risky
Oh, it's fine.
and it's
It's desperate.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. And it's standard, right? Standard
Great effect.
Great effect. Cool.
It's getting people out of there regardless, I'm telling you
And I
that.
get a bonus die because of the help.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, success, but not amazing.
Okay, that's a partial success.
Yeah.
You summon a ghost. They arise inside of the holiday party. The Cutter
Why
then
didn't you put in the guardrails? I fell into the vat of chemicals.
the dead ghosts of the factory workers that you contacted earlier, they've decided to help you in this endeavor. They come in, the spirits rise like the ghosts of Christmas past, Soul Tides past.
Marley and Marley.
Ooh.
It's the spirit of OSHA past.
Were the shareholders happy?
Are they happy now? And the cutter throws in a smoke grenade, and smoke begins arising. Everybody is at first thinking this is maybe part of a show or something. They're at first very excited, but then it suddenly turns into panic and terror. They realize the smoke is choking their lungs. They immediately start running towards the exit. Some like leaping out a window to try and like ventilate the smoke as the exit gets clogged. There's probably way too many people in there for any sane holiday party, and a firefighter would probably shut them down if they knew this was going on. They are all rushing out. However, I'm going to say that because it's a partial success, you guys have been spotted by some of the guards. They realize that you're not supposed to be here. They don't know what's going on in there, but they point up at the balcony and go, "Hey, who are those guys? They're not supposed to be here. They're not in uniform." And they start running towards you. So let's get rid of the suspicion clock. Your cover's been blown. Slide. We'll say that this is the stuff going on inside is about to partake. It's about to happen. The guards have realized that you've tried to poison them. One of them is still standing, and they're kind of woozy and weak. You're now in a risky position. This is probably going to require skirmish unless you can think of a better way. But I don't think you're going to be able to talk your way out of this one.
You could flashback something too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to think about what could... And also, question.
Yes.
What is trance powder?
Trance powder. It's a good question. I'm going to have to look that up. But I'm going to say it probably hypnotizes somebody if you throw it in their face.
It's cocaine.
Kinda.
This is one thing that I'm always a little fuzzy on, what the items, the specific items do in this game.
I
People.
have a stupid idea if you want to hear it.
I would love to hear your stupid idea.
So if we want to lean into the OSHA thing, you could say you're here for like a OSHA audit and be like, you guys failed the test, that guy failed, you're the one who succeeded.
Oh my god, I love
and just be like, you have to take me to your supervisor because obviously you guys aren't prepared. You could mention the death of the ghost that happened before.
What is the guy from The Office, Dwight or whatever, the guy that no one likes?
Yeah.
Doing the fire alarm?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you didn't feel that doorknob first. It's burning hot.
Okay, no, I was,
Safe.
I'm a white hat pen tester, and they failed their managers, like, hired... Because companies hire outside contractors in order to test security. I was a security and safety test, and they epically failed. Look how easily it would have been to breach this place, and I'm just one dude who is on their side.
Okay,
You have fake documents to back it up for your inventory.
Hey, yeah, if you check off documents, that could work. FYI, trance powder is a tier 1, like, alchemical. It induces a pleasant hypnotic trance when inhaled. That's all it says, so we narratively figure out what that means.
Okay.
And tier 1 means it rolls 1 die.
I like documents better, because this is...
Yeah, that's fine. I was just
hilarious.
letting you know. All right, so you produce some documents, and then tell them that you're official inspectors, and they've failed their test. It's just a harmless sleeping agent. They'll sleep it off, but they shouldn't have been drinking on the job. So we'll call this definitely a sway roll, and I'll give you a bonus die. Actually, because
I was looking at Cloak and Dagger as well.
Oh, for the ability? I don't know what the abilities do of everybody.
Okay. When you use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, you gain +1 die rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion. When you throw off your disguise, the resulting surprise gives you the initiative in the situation.
It's a good ability. I think that would be appropriate. You're not throwing off your disguise, but you're definitely
I'm donning another one.
Yeah, you're definitely using subterfuge in this situation.
You rip off your mustache. It was actually me. The other identity.
And I'm going to say, because you're using the documents, this is going to have a greater effect if it succeeds.
So it's going to be a sway roll?
It's a sway, and it's risky great.
Bonus die, I think it's 1.
Yep. I think it's 1 from your Cloak and Dagger, right?
Yep. Oh, thank God for that 5.
Okay, a partial success. So the guy stops, and he takes the documents from you, Give me those. And he's kind of like a little hazy, and he starts reading through the documents. His eyes
What's
start.
your name? You're the only one who actually was suspicious and held back.
My name
It
is
has to go in my final report.
Valorel Aluvan.
Valorel
Bellum. He falls over, and the sleeping toxin has finally taken its toll. There's now 2 unconscious guards out front, but you've
Excellent.
overcome this obstacle.
You just have them in a you put them in like a kneeling position on the side, and they just look like they fell asleep on the job.
Yeah, fell asleep with the bottles. So
They're on their bums, just like.
Can I take their keys?
They do have keys. The front doors are not trapped in any way, so they don't have any unusual devices. There's just a candy cane with a single button. You press that, and the door opens. You see smoke and sparks coming from deep within the factory, and you hear yelling in the back.
Okay, I'm in. Do you want me to hit like an evacuation button? What do you need me to do?
We might have been spotted, so they think an OSHA violation's going on. If that helps, we're gonna probably grab and run.
Okay, fine.
Maybe you slow them down, and we could escape.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, definitely could do that.
Also, I'm gonna change the music because it's been stealthy for a little while. I think your stealth has broken a teeny bit. So let's
I'm
do
trying
some
to figure
crime
out what a
jazz.
ghost key does, because if that thing can just have us teleport out, that'd be great. But I don't think that's how it works.
Yes, it is, but you have to attune to it, and it's really difficult.
Okay.
But you've been rolling really well.
He's also been like stressed up like crazy.
Well, I've only used stress one. Still, I can stress out a little bit better.
Yeah, there's always a little more. Your stress will go away after.
Because
not
all the
completely,
ghost key says is it opens ghost doors, and that sounds like it's a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah, that is a whole nother thing actually.
So I don't think I can just take a ghost key to open a door to outside. I think it's more like we get stuck in another dimension.
Yeah, Allie is familiar with how those work, but it's an escape. It's an escape rope. Let's put it that way.
It's an escape rope, but you have to attune, and if you fail the attune, you don't open a door.
Okay. The elven security has run up the stairs and are going after the Cutter, Whisper, and Leech. There's a few guards. Let's put another guy here.
Can I take out my shovel and just bonk one off the stairs?
Yeah, we're gonna call this a skirmish roll. Cutter, go ahead. It's finally time for fighting.
An unusual weapon. Shovel.
Yeah.
What's our position?
It's definitely risky at this point.
I'll push myself.
All right, 2 stress, and it's pushed. All right. Awesome. Did you put another rank in this?
No, skirmish had 2.
Okay, you could put a 3rd one in if you want. You can just roll another die if
Oh,
you'd
that's
like
true.
to
Yeah.
shoot for the 6.
I will definitely add in another little pip.
Yeah, I mean it's the Cutter's thing. I would expect you.
Yeah, exactly.
I would expect
how do
nothing
you want
less.
me to roll- how do you want to roll
You can
that?
either just re-roll it with just, and
Use
we'll
the
just
first
take the
die.
first one.
Yeah.
This music's great.
It is.
So we got a 5 and a 5.
So another 5. Okay, that's fine. Partial success. You take out your shovel and you whack the guy upside the head. They go over the stairs a little bit, but they're holding on to the newly installed handrails after recent allegations of misconduct. And they're clinging, trying to get back up. The ghost is still screeching, and guests are trying to get their way out of the building as you guys are running. But one of the guards has been taken out, but they might be able to get back in unless somebody finishes them off. There's no health in this for bad guys or anything, by the way. It's just kind of like you can only really affect one bad guy at a time, unless you push yourself.
Or you have a special
Personally,
ability
I just
that
want
lets
to
you
run
do
and grab the damn thing and get out of here.
Sure.
Yeah, we
I
still
mean,
have to
nobody's
grab
gone in there yet. So, Leech,
Leech, go grab it.
gonna head in there?
So I have a quick. So it's smoked up.
You can put a gas mask as a load.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, like, is there a gas mask in the setting or whatever?
Yeah, sure. This is a gas mask.
There's also a spirit mask.
Okay. Should I put that on a gadget, or should I just do like a plus different thing?
You can do the plus different thing. But for now, for getting in there, I guess it's going to have to be a survey because you're looking around and you don't know exactly where it is. And it's in, smoke. You're not choking on smoke thanks to your gas mask, but we'll have to find it. So that's going to be a survey roll.
Okay.
The song is always so much louder than the others.
Survey roll. Okay.
Survey
Put one
says?
more into it. Risky. We're desperate, right? Are we risky or desperate?
I think we're still actually, yeah, we're risky. We'll just say it's risky.
Standard.
Ah.
Is this Spyro?
No, this is Danganronpa.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's a 1. You go inside, and it looks like something bad has happened. God damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to look into my document, and Google Drive has decided to pop a bunch of stupid stuff up. So now I'm in like an extra suggestion zone. Anyway.
Would you like to use AI to help you assist your Google Doc?
Okay.
No!
You've found the back room. It's clearly labeled in Elvish as research and development. You rush to the back. There's smoke. Nobody sees you. You head inside, and you think you see the helmet that they're talking about. It's like a dented sort of a bucket helm. It's got like a thing that shuts down, like over the faceplate. It's a little dented and dingy, but you run over to it and go to grab it. But then there is a burst of icy cold wind that fills the chamber, and you are covered in frost and ice as a trap goes off. And it looks like they were ready for any such attempt like this. Somebody with a makeshift gas mask is now like walking up to the door. They have long flowing hair, and you cannot see their face. They have a sort of feminine looking form. That's all that you can make out in the silhouette. So, someone's going after our goods, huh? I think we'll have to teach you a lesson.
No.
No? Whisper, what's your role in this?
Okay, there was a ghost happening. I probably would have tried to go for the mask too, so maybe if that doesn't work, I was probably just keeping an eye out on the front of the door.
No, that makes sense. I can cover the door, and that way you can go in and try and
Help.
gather the loot.
There is another guard. If you'd like, you can try and take them out. If you want to use magic to do so, we'll call that an attune.
Yeah, although I don't know what ability magics you have in there. I guess I'll say I have an arcane implementation to just kind of push things.
Sure.
I just try to push them over the banister.
Yeah, maybe you take one of the magic items that you grabbed, and it's like a force object. You kind of like attune to the thing and let out a little blast, a telekinetic blast sort of thing, using arcane force.
It's you know how there's those toy air cannons that just like do a little puff of air?
Yes,
Using
I know
magic to
exactly what you're
amplify
talking
it.
about.
Okay, I'll just focus a little bit and poof.
This will be risky standard, attune roll.
Chris was a little bit too upfront with that answer. I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right.
Partial success. It blasts into the second person, and they tumble down the stairs as well. You fended off those two for now, but they are collecting themselves. Soon they're going to be a threat again.
All right, I'm gonna run into the room to go help the leech.
We'll put these guys at the bottom of the stairs. All right. Whisper and Cutter, now that those guys have been pushed away, you can make your way inside to help the leech. Slide. You see a bunch of people trying to evacuate. You're running in, pushing past them, trying to get to your allies. You see these two guards have come tumbling down the stairs and landed at your feet. I'll put you down here, I guess.
Okie doke. I am going to look around and put on the security guards' uniforms. Or can I say one of the guys out back, out from the front door, I am wearing one of their uniforms.
Yeah. Even though that's already kind of happened, we'll just call that a flashback.
Okay.
I'll say it's 2 stress because you didn't have a ton of
That's
time.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're like trying to tighten the belt and just like, that guy had too many beers before I showed up.
So let's we could call this a command if you're trying to tell them to like go take care of something else and distract them away from this situation.
Okay. Stand down. There are more urgent issues afoot. Remember, the evacuation egress was completely violated with the Christmas party. We need to make sure we don't have another lawsuit.
And look at the sparks on that thing back there. Go check that out. I'll handle this.
It caused a distraction before.
Okay.
All right, so we'll call this risky.
Okay.
And
gonna
we'll call this standard.
I'm gonna put another pip because we get 4 to apply, right?
Yeah, 4 total to
You
apply.
just can't put more than 2 in a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll end up with 7 total pips.
I got 3 more pips to use. I'm saving my force to fight.
Okay.
And if you'd like to push yourself, that's 2 stress. That gives you an extra bonus die.
I don't want to add too much more stress because we're only an hour in and I'm already halfway done.
Mhm.
Because what happens when you hit trauma? You're just knocked out.
Well, when you fill your stress, you get knocked out of the heist. You take a trauma, and then you have to. I think your vice empties, like for the next heist. Although, if you don't hit trauma between heists, you have to like manually reduce your stress by engaging in a vice. You guys haven't chosen vices yet.
Excellent. Okay, so the effect is standard or limited?
We'll say it's risky standard.
Risky standard, and no bonus die.
Yep.
Motherfucker!
You don't work here
Too
either.
healthy.
You now have problems. I'm gonna say that one of them like looks at the other elf and kind of nods. The other one goes back behind you, and the other guy is like, "All right, well, we just want to let you know." And then he nods, and you feel a crack from behind you. You're gonna take a level 1 harm. So if you'd like, you can attempt to resist this consequence.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done this yet either. So, in order to do this, in order to resist something, you're going to take stress. It's going to be 6 minus a resistance roll. Your resistance roll is you're going to take your... is it your best attribute rating or your weakest? I don't recall.
I think it's your best.
Okay, we'll look it up later. But those lines that are separating some of your pips, whatever has the most of those pips filled in, either insight, prowess, or resolve, that's what you're going to be resisting with.
So just the ones on the left, and you total each little category to figure out which one's the
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and look at your sheet now just to see, to like verbally give you an example that you can see. So resolve is definitely your highest thing, so you're gonna roll 3 dice when you do this resistance roll.
Okay. Sure, fuck it, why not?
Okay, so you do resist it, so you don't take any harm. Now you're going to take stress. The amount of stress you take is 6 minus the result of this roll. So click on resolve.
Okay. I did? Bonus dice. None?
None. Okay, you take 0 stress.
Okay.
Good job.
You manage to
Theater
resist the
tumble.
blow.
No, theater tumble. You roll with the punch.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll with the punch, realizing what they're doing. You're far more adept at deception than these 2 lunkheads, and you duck out of the roll.
combat.
This isn't gonna work, you say to yourself. All right. Actions up top. We'll say that the smoke has begun to clear a little bit, and you guys can see that in front of you is this this woman with long green flowing hair. It's almost flowing in spite of itself, and her outfit looks very illustrious and almost alien. It's like little bits of gold and white flowing robes. And the most stunning thing about this person is that their skin has a candy cane sort of spiraling pattern on it. You've never seen somebody like this before. It must be some sort of face paint.
They look delicious.
He looks at you and says, "You're going to be in a lot of trouble once I'm done with you." She turns and realizes that she's joined by the Cutter and the Whisper. Or the Cutter and the Whisper, as she looks at the leech who's covered in frost and unable to move. Guess we got some work cut out for us. She's going to, like, press a talisman on, like, her collarbone, and she creates a complete duplicate of herself. Both of them pull out a trident, and they go to face back to back. So let's add another one. Double trouble. Alright, what are you guys gonna do?
I want to push one back with my air gun.
Alright, you got your air gun still.
I would
So
like
let's-
to use one of my abilities, so we'll do his first and then.
Okay, yeah, we'll say Leech has the initiative. Or no, Whisper, sorry. I keep forgetting who you guys are.
Yeah, so the Whispers is going to try and just push one back to get off the leech. So I attune again?
We'll call this a hunt roll.
Okay,
It's sort of a ranged attack.
Aiming.
Alright. Yeah, I'll put a pip in here. So it's at least... And what type of roll is it? Risky?
Yep, it's usually risky standard.
Okay. Flat roll. Partial success, right?
Partial success, yeah. You blast one of them back. It didn't get the other one, obviously. But we'll say that it's maybe turned out the lights in this area. And now it's even harder to see amidst the mist.
We still have to find the damn helm.
Well, the leech knows where it is. They got their hands on it, but their hands are now stuck to it.
Okay. So at least the leech has one less to deal with. Cutter, you're up.
Cutter, the lights just went out. One of them got blasted back a little bit.
I mean, can I use not to be trifled with so I can engage in a small gang on equal footing?
Yeah, so instead of affecting one of them, you're gonna affect both of them with this roll. And this is pushing yourself to do this?
Yep.
Okay. So, not to be trifled with, lets you perform a feat of superhuman strength or engage a gang on equal footing of 3 or less people. We'll call this skirmish, I guess, if you're skirmishing.
Oh yeah, I'm skirmishing.
Oh, I'm skirmishing. Alright, partial success. You run forward and slam one of them into the one that was just knocked back. They deflect some of the blow with the trident, but they are still standing. Let's start another clock. We'll use a clock for this person.
I like that their name is Mahak.
All right, we'll call this their health. And since you got a partial success, and since the other, your other ally got a partial success, let's add 2 pips to this. We're gonna call this a 4-way clock, so there's 2 more pips left. Okay, Leech, you are frozen. What are you gonna try and do from this position, or try and get out of it, maybe? We'll say that the position is desperate for now.
I mean, I'm stuck, so I'm trying to get myself unstuck.
Sure. We could call this wreck. We could say you're trying to tinker
One
something.
thing I have a question first is that I have 2 questions.
Yep.
First of all, the bandolier of alchemicals has number 3 to it. I assume that's like 3 uses.
It is 3 uses.
Okay. Secondly, the trap. Is it like a frost blast, or is it just like the entire thing is just constantly freezing?
It was just a one-time thing. It has frozen you in place. It's kind of like frozen your legs and arms, but the rest of you is kind of a little bit mobile.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to get out of this somehow.
Yeah. Maybe you could pull a pin on some alchemist fire or something.
Oh yeah, the spark thing. Yeah, I guess I'll use one more of the spark thing. Try to get out.
Okay. You ignite the spark thing. We'll call it a finesse roll because you're like stuck, so you're maybe trying to pull it with your teeth or something.
Okay. I think
And
this is my final one.
And a normal success is going to get you out completely. A partial will free up your hands.
Okay, so I'm going to okay. You said this is risky, right?
Yeah.
Or desperate?
They'll say it's risky standard.
Effect standard. I'm gonna do two pips of stress for additional die.
Nice. Okay, a 5. You've broken free your arms, so you're a lot more mobile. You don't need to roll to get rid of load, or to activate your load anymore. And you could potentially attack this Mahawk person that's shown up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, Slide. Security's down there. What do you want to do?
Damn it. I'm not sure. Is there...
I mean, the Whisper isn't the only person that could attune. If you want to take a pip in it, you could probably try and attune to some sort of magical device. Maybe you could activate one of these toys on the conveyor belt nearby. Or try and push them onto a conveyor belt.
Sure. Wait.
We're looking at like attune, tinker, or skirmish in those cases, I think.
Tinker. Skirmish. I don't want to be a skirmisher. I'll try attune.
Okay. So you attune and try and activate one of the magic items. You run over there and start like flipping on switches at the most complete looking devices. And you're going to try and get these things to do what you want. So let's call this a desperate situation. So it's desperate standard. If you'd like, you can push yourself to turn it into a risky standard. But desperate means that it'll have worse consequences if you fail.
Fine. How much stress would I have to take on? 2?
2. Also, if you... how many desperate rolls have we done? I completely forgot about this little tidbit. Has anybody else done a desperate roll yet?
I've seen one desperate.
I think the Tinker roll, or the Attune roll with the Whisper was a desperate roll. Anytime you make a desperate roll, you mark an XP.
Where do you mark it?
I'm just looking. You can either mark it where it says Playbook Advancement, or...
It's the roll you had rolled for that desperate roll.
That's right. You're correct,
Resolve.
Shane.
Yeah.
Not sure here. Thank you, though. So, I guess you would mark one for Attune. You'll see little blade icons above your skills. So Attune is in Resolve, so you would put one there.
Okay.
All right, but for the
What
slide,
does that do once it's filled up?
once it's filled up, you get to put a pip in that area.
Neat.
Oh, you level up in that area. Okay.
Okay. I like that, actually. So, yeah. I
Desperate
would rather
Attune?
take,
Okay, so you're going to mark off an XP, and then we will do a desperate roll. It's like all coming back to me. I've never actually DM'd Blades before. I've always been the other side of it.
I'm trying to remember. It's 7 total red dots on, because I'm wondering if maybe if I have anything that I can put into Attune.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. You've already put in all of your...
I've already put in all.
things.
Okay, never mind. Can I say that I'm using Cloak and Dagger because I'm not using it to deflect suspicion, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I think this is just a naked roll, unfortunately.
Okay, shit. Effect.
Standard.
Oh, thank God.
Take the lower result. So it actually does tell us when that happens. That's good to know. Now I don't need to forget or get confused. So, 5, partial success. You turn on one of the devices, and it's like a toy soldier, and it just starts attacking everything nearby, including you. It's going to...
Wonderful children's toy.
I'm going to say that it's going to cause you a serious level... Or not serious. A level 1 harm. It's going to like zap you as it jolts to life and then starts attacking. So you can attempt...
a lawn dart.
You can attempt to resist that, but like I said, it'll do the same thing. It might cause you stress.
Okay.
or you could just take the harm, which just takes time to heal. Like, you need to take actions and downtime to heal.
Okay. I mean, is there any reason to not try to resist it?
Not really.
Okay, I'll try to resist.
Okay. So you resist, you don't take the harm. You're gonna roll your resolve. Try and resist.
Okay.
So you only take 1 stress. It's 6 minus the 5.
Sweet.
All right, it jolts to life, and you turn it on security. This toy soldier gets off the conveyor and starts walking towards them. What the? Is that thing? It can't be looking at us, right? It turns like a sort of a makeshift crossbow that could look like a toy, but it seemingly isn't, as a buildup of electricity appears in the front of it, and it shoots at the security, knocking out one of them. We'll say one of them goes down.
She's just having nightmares as this is going on. This is the worst night to work.
All right, Leech, your hands are free. Cutter, Whisper, you guys are in there with the double Iudas, these candy cane mistresses.
Okay, so should I go first?
Just
for it.
whoever wants it.
Yeah,
Okay.
get out of there with the helmet.
Well, no, my legs are frozen. My arms are free. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna do kind of like a suplex, whisper, and I could do a toss, like a reverse, backwards basketball toss type thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have to catch some shit, aren't I?
You're catching the helm?
Yeah, I'm tossing it because my legs are frozen.
Sure. We'll just say that you toss in the helm, but since it's going over the heads of these two guys, why don't we do a... I think this is a finesse roll. Yeah,
Okay.
you're not hunting, you're trying to finesse something and
My last-
get it
my
out
last
of their
pip.
way.
My last pip. So I
All
don't
right, you're
just
putting
drop.
in finesse, that's fine.
Alright.
Is it me that's throwing, or is it him that's catching?
I think we're
Oh.
gonna do Leech finesse.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's gonna be me. So, okay,
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need to do a pip yet.
risky.
It's more getting it past
Standard?
to this person than actually catching it.
Okay, so to me, I'm doing the risky standard bonus die 1 due to stress.
Okay, cool. Ooh, that's
Oh,
a
no.
fail.
Not roll.
You throw it, and one of the two Mahawks like jumps up and grabs it. You think that you can get this away from us? No such
Yeah.
luck, they say in complete unison. They now have the item.
Can I go
Sorry.
next?
Yeah, go ahead, Cutter.
A
You know,
shovel to that helmet to knock it out of their hand?
Sure. We'll call that a skirmish, I guess.
Ting, ting, ting.
Ooh, partial success. We'll say that you haven't knocked it out of their hand, but you have hurt them. So
Okay.
you didn't succeed at what you wanted to do. But
Hey,
you
it's still a good thing. I hit them.
did do a good thing, yeah. So let's tick this up one. And we'll say that one of them has disappeared. It was whatever that illusion was that she summoned. So now there is just one, and she catches the helmet as it's knocked out of that one's disappearing form. They disappear into like snowy starlight.
Alright, we're gonna follow up with just another air blast at the helmet, trying to knock it out of the hand.
All right.
So a hunt roll.
Yeah, we'll call it a hunt roll again. We'll say
Okay.
the attune was like activating the item. Sorry for that ping. Random ping.
Need to figure out more things to use with the Hattoon. Risky standard, right?
Yep,
Nope.
that's a fail. I'll say that you missed in the darkness, and the item that you're carrying cracks. It's no longer useful as a weapon.
Oh no.
And let's see. I'll say that you're also you've created a desperate position. You've blasted into a thing of like holiday punch and like foods, and they blasted up into the air, creating a chaotic mess in the pitch darkness. It's slippery, it's wet, there's crumbs everywhere. All right. Slide. There's still one more security guy. They're fighting the automaton, but it looks like they're starting to get the edge. You might need to push them over. You might be muted as well, or thinking.
Oh, sorry. I have no idea what to do with this dude.
It's okay, just create something. You could look over your items, look over your skills.
Could just leave him alone.
Could just leave him
You could run
alone and
to
just
join-
run
yeah.
past him.
Can I try and turn on another one of those? I mean, fuck it. We have more chaos. Or,
You could try and skirmish and shove him onto the conveyor or something.
no. I really don't want to do that.
It's fine. Just do what your
Um,
character would do.
Okay. Well, it almost worked once. So I'm going to take off my security jacket disguise and reveal myself to be an OSHA inspector.
It's me, an OSHA inspector. I'd say this is putting on a disguise again, but yeah,
There are layers of disguises.
yeah, you're just coming off of your disguise was revealing that you were a thief. So we'll say that this will give you +1 die anyway.
Okay. And I'm gonna try and sway them. It's like the most important thing is to get every civilian out of this building. Can't you? What are you all making? This is so dangerous.
Okay, we're gonna call this a desperate command.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Worth it.
So you will get another XP in resolve.
Effect standard.
Yep.
Aha!
Partial success. They are confused for a split second, and they're like, "You're on official business? I thought that we were under attack, and what is... So, is Frank okay?" And then the automaton, like, zaps him with their crossbow of electricity, and then they go down in the confusion. Slide, you're able to make your way up to your allies, who are in a dark, messy, misty office, and you can hear explosions and other magical noises going on inside.
What the fuck have you all been doing?
Candy cane lady.
Shovel.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants the next initiative?
I want to try and summon a ghost to try and distract her to make it easier for her to be hit. So
All
I
right.
want the a ghost to basically appear and start guilt tripping her and just like try and distract her.
Okay, you try and bring back one of the ghosts that you had talked to before. Let's call this an
Yeah.
attune roll.
Yep. I'm using compel to basically just be like, go harass her, haunt her, get your revenge. This is desperate or risky?
I would say this is just kind of risky.
Okay. Standard. Sweet.
Okay, you succeed. You summon back the ghost of OSHA Past. They like go up to this person and go, "Ever since you took control of the armory, you have failed to account for your people. You will perish for your sins." She's like at first trying to like steel herself against this new threat, but as soon as the magic incenses this ghost, it rushes at her, and now her full defensive like attention is put on this ghost. She is fighting it to the death, and it's going to take her a while. So for now, I'm going to say that she's completely out of it. Let's get rid of this clock.
She dropped the helmet.
Yeah, I'll say she drops the helmet. I'm going to say per the rules that took care of the last bit of her clock is what that did. So she's now out of the way. The other security guard's out of the way. I guess it's just time to get out of here unnoticed by any more guards. So let's do a prowl roll.
Any more cards?
You guys are able to chop Leech out of the rest of their out of their frozen
shovel.
gauntlets and whatnot. Yeah, the shovel. You dig him out. Snow
Okay.
shovel.
Ting, ting, ting,
How,
ting.
how about I could I am in a security guard's uniform, or we can get some back. Oh, yeah, I said I took it off. I'm gonna get it back again, and I can walk these guys out, potentially.
I've got manacles. You want to play that bit?
We could play that bit.
Okay. We could say that Slide is leading a command roll. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
so everybody's going to roll command. Slide, you're going to take stress for each person that fails the roll.
Oh no.
Okay, this could make me pass out, y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
We'll
do I-
blow you up.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, is it risky or control?
I'd say it's risky. It's not desperate.
So
1, 2, 3.
risky.
Standard.
Risky standard.
All right. This is all right.
Can't roll for shit.
Partial.
Hey,
That's
I
not
still did
bad.
it. I still did a partial.
Okay, does this give me bonus dice or?
No bonus dice.
No
Just
bonus
you're
dice.
Just
leading
don't
it.
think you take any stress, right? Because nobody failed.
Yeah, nobody got a 1 or a
Oh.
3.
Oh,
I
All right. Well, I think you might still take 1 stress because you failed, but we're taking the largest roll, which is.
a 5.
Oh, actually, we're taking some low results, huh? So actually, Leech failed theirs. That's a 3.
Oh.
Yeah, where it says
Oh,
0
because.
dice.
Ooh.
Okay, so Slide takes 2 stress. The roll that we're taking is the 5 from the cutter, so it's a partial success. We'll say that some security like stops you at the front gate, and they say, "Hey, we're not falling for any of that bullshit. We need you to get off to the side so that we can account for everybody. Nobody's leaving the premises until we say so. It's just one guy though, and there's 4 of you. Cutter, do you want to maybe
Oh yeah, no.
make up for
I
that
don't need
5?
I don't need a shovel. I'm just gonna punch him right in the face.
Sure. Let's do a skirmish. All right, a 5. Partial success. Knocks that guy out. The rest of the guards notice this as the partial, and they start coming after you. At this point, it's a prowl roll to get away
Okay.
clean.
Who's the good one at Prowl?
Not me.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's good at Prowl.
Well,
Pound
you
it.
could just
Hold
do
on.
you could just do a group roll. Just decide who's leading it. Maybe whoever has the least stress.
I'll just put another pip in Prowl to lead it.
Okay.
That'll be my last pip.
Okay. Whisper is leading a prowl, so I think I have an idea for this.
Speak to me.
Everybody do a prowl.
Okay.
No, I technically have 1 in prowl, but I don't have enough stress room.
I'll do the push myself. I'm
Ooh.
going to. I hope I
Oh
don't get knocked out.
no.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get knocked out hard. So this is standard risky. I
Yep.
have a bonus die.
Partial success.
Right.
So you take 3 stress from your misbegotten allies.
I got 1 stress remaining.
Thank goodness you succeeded. Partially. You find an abandoned sleigh on the cobbles outside. You get inside and you realize there's nobody to pull it. You use the last bit of your magical power to summon some phantom steeds that come to life. They take the form of spectral reindeer, and they start to pull the carriage. However, they are out of control. Somebody needs to attune to it to control them, and it looks like the Whisper is all out of juice.
I still got a stress left. I could try again.
You could try again, but I think I'm going to pass the initiative to somebody
Yeah,
else as
okay.
you're catching your breath.
This is me trying to just summon them. Somebody else has to calm them down.
Whether through force or through attunement.
Can I command instead of attune?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could probably intimidate them.
I'd say yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, I only got 1 stress left, so I might fuck myself over in this too.
Both of you.
I have 2 stress remaining. Do you want me to try the command?
Sure.
Okay.
The guards are running at you guys as the reindeer are bucking and not playing nice with each other.
You also seem better
A
with
5.
words,
Oof.
so.
Okay, good.
Okay. you manage to rush off. I'm gonna say that you said you had 2 stress left.
Yes.
Now you have 1 stress left. You take a
Okay.
stress in the heat of the moment, and you buck the reindeer to head off. However, it looks like you are in hot pursuit by some other folks that have had a similar idea and are chasing you down with actual like sled dogs or something on the edge of their sleigh, chasing you down. You guys manage to abandon the cart or the sleigh and duck into a side alley as they chase down these phantom thieves that made off with their helm. All right, let's say that this is where this one's gonna end. Woo, heist over. All right, let's get different music going. Also, Allie, did you do a desperate roll earlier?
I don't believe I did. No.
Okay. I was just asking.
I don't remember doing desperate. I remember doing a lot of risky.
That's fine. All right. You guys abandon your sleigh and slink into the sewers beneath the cobbles of the city.
Burn it! Burn the sleigh!
No, the sleigh went off. It's completely unmanned. The steeds are just running off into the city. Wow,
Their
this
ghosts will
music
be
is
fine.
uncharacteristic. I need to find some sort of music. It's let's just do the stealth one again. That's fine. All right. Cool beans. So, we're gonna have a chance for downtime, but in the meantime, this is a success.
Yay!
Let's find out what happens next. You enter the sewers. These cold, alternating tunnels are kind of like a maze. Thankfully, your benefactor gave you a tattered parchment with a map scrawled onto it. After some time scoping out the landmarks and orienting yourselves, finally your crew reaches the drop point. You find a green cloth tarp on a stone catwalk, like above the sewer. It's crusted with frost. You carefully pick it up and find beneath it a prepared circle with magical sigils drawn in red dust. With a magic word in the infernal tongue, the circle starts to glow, and you and the crew step inside. Wind rushes past your ears, and you see a brief vision of a starry expanse before your surroundings completely change. You've teleported, it seems. You now see wood beams, wattle and daub, tables with mounds of food, and sweet spiced wine. Warmth heats your bones from a fire whose light dances on a stuffed fox grinning near surprised tavern-goers. All eyes in your direction at your sudden appearance. A dwarf knocks an arrow in your direction, and a hooded figure draws a curved blade and hisses through subtle fangs. You suddenly realize the point of a knife is pressed against your back. A voice like a crackling fire whispers from behind your ear. Took you long enough. Your bag lightens as the helm is lifted from it. With a single motion, they withdraw the dagger and sheath it in some hidden place, embers flickering from its path. The rest of the tavern exhales as the lithe creature strides out in front of you. They have burgundy skin and glinting yellow eyes, and horns sweeping over their crew cut. Better late than never. Looks like the final Soultide gift arrived. Here. They toss the helm over some heads towards a table where it stops suddenly in midair. Tangible, iridescent shadows are suspending it in place. One of you, call that sad sack down here. She's gonna want her present. The mage commanding the shadows with their outstretched talons chirps. Their cracked beak clucks to a raven on their shoulder, whispering something before the bird soars up over the balcony and through a door. A knight with white hair and faint green scales and glistening armor raises their glass. Relax, Mal. Come get some peach wine for our new fellows, and Edelon Grove's welcome. A scarred, turbaned man wearing an ungodly number of bells, even for this holiday, grimaces in the chair next to him. Guess these fools are where the last of our ruby dust went. It's gonna be impossible to get a hold of that faithless merchant during Soultide. This is on you, Boom Crash. And I'll back him on. Zoo's right. Tonight's a night for celebration. So, maybe we need different music at this point.
My
I
character would
think.
like to reach for the nearest glass of wine slowly to drink and sit and get drunk.
I have more.
Jay.
Hurried footsteps approach from above, and a warm-skinned human with a black faux hawk leans over the balcony's railing. They're breathing heavily, and they're wearing loose clothes and a hastily donned coat. What's the emergency? The raven familiar lands on the banister and caws. The tiefling points at the helm that your crew recovered, as the shadows carry it up to this new arrival on the balcony. The shadows fade, and it comes to rest in her hands. She strokes the dented helmet's cheek. Melody. She sprints down the stairs, pushing drunk patrons aside as she halts near a headless suit of polished, gleaming armor, standing upright next to the hearth. She places the helm on the empty spot above the gorget, and the tavern is silent. The armor is still. The woman has her hands clasped, filled with anxious hope. The head tilts as if to fall, but then rights itself suddenly. Sky blue runes alight in sequence, spiraling up the entire suit of armor, which now shudders to animated life. It looks left and right, and then down at the woman. It steps down from its plinth. You remember me, right, girl? There's a pause. Then the hollow armor opens its arms wide, and the woman slams herself into its breastplate, hugging it tightly with tears like rivers down her cheeks. I knew you would. The tavern cheers, and the bards strike up their music again. The tiefling puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll get you your coin soon. You've more than passed your first test. Listen, I know you folks are independent contractors. You made some powerful friends here tonight. We'll contact you again when we have a new job for you. In the meantime, rest, fill your bellies here at the Fox. They look up at the folks crowding the reunited couple, armor raising its gauntlets to try and curb their excitement. And, Merry Soultide. They whisper, almost to themselves. They take a swig of beer and make their way to their party, who clap and pat the rogues back as they return to their vacant seat. You guys have the rest of Soultide Eve to enjoy yourselves. So welcome back to Allure. We're back in our old
Holy
setting. Surprise.
I wanna leave.
At least we know OSHA exists.
Yeah, Zoo probably started it.
Yeah.
The slide is looking at that. I was like, I think that was a former senator.
Was that a former senator? These are some powerful people here. You guys are not playing your characters. You are playing some agents of Edelon Groves. So why don't I pull you over here to reveal the
As soon
actual
as you
page.
said as soon as you described a tiefling with a crew cut, I was like, it's Mao, it's Mao, it's Mao.
I forgot who has the mohawk again.
That's Brienne. You guys found Melody, the suit of armor.
Okay, that
Yeah,
It was
Well,
missing. It was missing a helm, and that was an unresolved plot point from the end. I said they would probably build a new one, but turns out it's much easier to build one
to reforge it or whatever.
or to find one. Sorry,
Yeah.
because they found out that one of the factions,
Force
the
evil more
Urzats,
than elves.
one of the factions, the Urzats Armory, had absconded with it and was using it to build automatons, the same automatons that you guys stopped a Taurus from using to take over the city.
I'm screaming.
I'm cool with stopping some capitalist utopia building project. That's fine.
But yeah,
Wait,
this
so
is
the elves tech bros?
yeah, they're just elves that were left over. I just wanted to abscond or obscure the fact that it was in Allure.
Elves universe. Yeah.
Elvlon Musk.
That was.
Oh
yeah,
god.
Oh no!
So that's their faction. You might notice another faction that you are allied with. They currently have a strong hold, and you've increased your reputation with them.
Look at the little shield.
I have been doing a lot of work that Allie was not allowed to see.
No, I didn't see any of this.
I'm so glad. Happy Soultide, everybody.
Screaming intensifies.
I love the little crown around the raven's
Okay,
neck.
I feel like the Vintners have the worst logo. Is like
Theirs
more
is
purple.
old.
Yeah,
It's a very
theirs is
old
They
organization.
haven't updated, so it's like, oh, you guys get embossed and you guys get shading now, huh?
I unironically want the Eidolon Groves crest tattooed on my leg or something.
I was
The
planning
little
that, and
bell.
you guys have the most tattooetic
Yes.
characters.
It
Let's
is
see,
lot
a
more-
dagger or a rapier, or a flaming arrow, a red skull for Nerul, bells, a snake for the Yuan-Ti, and a raven. Just put them all together into one thing. Give the raven a shiny, add some peach leaves and a peach for the Eidolon Groves. It's good. So anyway, now you guys can decide things. This is why I had you build your characters during the game. You don't have to be humans. You can be whatever species exists in this game, in this setting. You now know that Attune can let you do any spell in the fucking player's handbook.
I got to choose the mage class.
You're familiar with the setting in which this game is taking place, so feel free to just say that you know people or whatnot. All the factions and their relevant turfs are up there in the map, which has a bunch of new icons on it. Some of the factions you may recognize, most you may not. There's a whole bunch of them.
What the hell is the quiet?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, that looks scary.
In fact, I think I can now do this. Ooh, I hate this one. I forgot this song was in here. Fuck this one.
It gives me leak spin vibes.
Okay, so I've shared another document with you called Factions of Allure.
Oh god. That's
Nope.
in a stream channel? Or...
Oh no, it's in Roll20. I can do it this way.
Oh, it's in there.
Oh, interesting. It doesn't show anything. Okay.
There are no factions. They've all been wiped out.
Maybe I need to
We did it, guys! We brought peace!
Yeah, we did it. Okay, I need to... So, you guys have editing permissions. I tried to not allow that, but it's fine. So, these are all the different faction names.
Just don't shift-click all.
Yeah, and you can, like, click on them and it'll reveal some information about them that's commonly known or rumored. Anywho, we should probably choose a crew. I just started you out as thieves, but you don't have to be thieves. Let's show this to you guys.
Oh, Flick Whisker!
Oh, hell yeah.
Flick Whisker discovered.
Oh, yeah, the little layers. Okay, yeah.
You're still leading the minnows.
Good
Well,
for her.
Yeah. There's so many references that I, the DM, can make. Anyway, so you're gonna be making a crew. I have... Let's see. Where are the crew types? The crew types. Assassins, bravos, that's like they favor like smash and grab kind of missions. Hawkers, they are purveyors of a vice that, or dealers of a vice. Shadows, who are just thieves or spies. Smugglers, specifically do transport jobs or like try and like they can do other things. Like you're not limited to anything. This is just like what your specialty is. And the last one is a cult, which, well, they're a cult. I'm gonna put these.
In our other Blades in the Dark game, my Whisper is very much in love with the demon who is her ex and is trying to get everybody to join her cult.
Amazing.
It doesn't work very well.
So those are the crew types. I would
I need
just
to go to the bathroom real quick.
Of course.
I'm
So-
gonna lean into frustrated spirit medium here. I didn't choose to see ghosts.
Sure. And again, anything that says ghosts, that's because Duskball's only magic source is ghosts. So you can flavor ghosts as just magic. So you could say I'm a fire mage, and whenever it says you summon a ghost, you could just say you summon a fireball or something.
I'm gonna lean into necromancy.
All right.
I'm gonna take after Egrenor.
Ooh.
The question is, what kind of, now that we kind of know the world a bit, what kind of magic am I technically going with?
Mm. Yeah, I hoped that revealing the world would give you guys a little more juice to work with. That's why I didn't create the crew right away.
I guess the question is this: do you want to be a forward-facing group that's kind of like known, or something that's like we're not supposed to exist?
Yeah. So hawkers, those would definitely be like they're not supposed to exist. Or sorry, they would definitely be forward facing.
Forward facing.
As well
Very
as
sincere.
bravos. Bravos are like yeah, there's a gang. The police don't really mess with them, but we know they're there and we know what their turf is. Everything else is like under the table. Nobody knows necessarily.
Okay, wait, what's happening?
Just
Talking about like forward facing versus hidden kind of like
Yeah.
roles for the clubs.
what is
So, like-
what do you want your faction, your crew to be? Your crew consists of you four. If you get cohorts, you can then increase your crew, like size, I guess.
Does anyone have any leans toward anything?
Hawker, smuggler, maybe, but
Smugglers I'm kind of leaning to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looking
Are
for
the Vintners
smugglers.
still a part of this world?
The Vintners are. They have a reputation page. Their reputation is neutral to you guys technically. The Cult of Cania and the Vintners both have a weak hold in Ilore right now, which means that they're in prime target to kick them down a peg, like down a tier. Sorry.
Vintners is at a 3 tier.
Yeah, and Island Grove's is at 4. Suck it, fuckers.
Yes, the highest is 5. Urzat's Armory is an established group. They're much bigger than just that factory. This one again.
Yeah.
Fuck this thing. There we
I want to get rid of the Cult of Kenya.
Just
go.
want to go back in there, just defeat all of them.
Alright, I got my
Please.
stupid shit that I ordered in mail. While this is going on.
Nice. So, you guys are leaning towards smugglers?
Yeah, because where are the options again?
They are in roll 20.
Not cult.
That's
I
fine.
don't think Hawkers works.
Eidolon Groves, I will say, are assassins because that is what Mao established them as.
I don't want to do assassins, but I am kind of interested in the Bravos for like smash and grab.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Like I think we spent so much time putzing about, like not doing anything. We'll just watch and like, no, let's blow shit up.
Let's
It's
be
just-
smash and grab.
Yeah,
Bravos,
it's gonna be
mercenaries, and thugs. Some crews plot and scheme, some crews sneak around, some crews get entangled with the occult. You fight. The fist and the blade are all you need. When you play Bravos, you earn XP when you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab operation.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, we did do technically a smash
Let's
and
do
grab at the end of the day.
Are you brutal thugs, savvy sellswords, or ruthless gangsters? Is the other kind of leading
Savvy
question that they give
sellswords.
you.
We got a bard.
Savvy sellswords or gangsters, because I'm also thinking Six of Crows vibe.
Mm.
Which, no.
What's
eh.
that? I don't know the reference.
Okay.
I'm making note I don't use swords. I use my fists.
Okay, now that you guys are Bravos, you can see in the crew sheet. You closed it. Here it is again. You can. So for starting upgrades and stuff. Oh, first of all, if you haven't created your characters fully, make sure you have 7 total pips, and that you've given yourself 1 ability, like you've clicked one of the bullets in
That's
the
stuff
special
we need, yeah.
abilities.
I need to choose one more ability.
At this
Or no,
point,
I got all my bips. No, I'm good.
At this point, you can also choose from among your contacts 1 friend and 1 rival. I'm gonna try and see what this looks like.
The contact from the do you need to do
Not in the
character
crew.
sheet?
It's on your character sheet. You'll
Okay.
see
Sly
shrewd.
friends.
Yeah, friends. It for the spider it says shrewd friends. It has a different descriptor. So tick one of them up and tick one of them down.
But we can add our
what's
own
a
friends?
Blood dealer.
You can add your own
Yeah.
friends. A blood
Okay.
dealer?
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably deal in blood. You can choose what that means.
Okay, what's a psychonaut?
A psychonaut?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What game
Maybe-
is he playing?
Maybe I do need to listen.
Okay, so let me give you my list of clever friends. Stasian, a apothecary, which
Yeah.
I think I understand. Veldrin, a psychonaut, whatever the fuck that is. Eckard, a corpse thief.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
I think I do know what it means by blood dealer. It's a Leviathan blood dealer. Which I believe is a power source or
It
a
is, yeah.
drug. It's a lot of
Okay.
things.
It's used as energy to like do things.
And
I'm
a
not
fucking- and a priestess for some reason.
That's fine. Like you could be friends with a priestess or
Be friends with the mon.
like a
Okay.
cultist, basically.
Okay, so definitely I'm doing the because I want to go toward like blowing shit up. I think I'm gonna go apothecary for friend.
Okay.
For what I want to the enemy, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's
I've already
Psychonaut.
decided.
That's
A
fine.
prostitute is going to be my bestie, and a tavern owner is going to be my rival. And my disguise kit is something that I'm constantly trying so I can sneak back into her bar and
Okay,
order a
is it
drink.
because you're too
Nice.
loud up there? And the tavern
Maybe.
owner is like, could you keep it down?
Classic bard. What's a pugilist?
A pugilist?
Pugilist.
Fist.
It's a fighter. It's like a boxer.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna change the name. Marlene sounds stupid.
The
Oh,
other
this Barrett's daughter.
other things that you want to add in, your heritage, which ignore the ones that they have there. Those are places in Duskfall. Your heritage will be somewhere in Allure. You could say you're from Connacht. You could say you're a dwarf or whatever. Like a Dungale dwarf or a Connaughton human or a...
Connaught had that weird. That was where we saw the weird necromancy stuff going on.
It is. That's where
Yeah,
there was an
almost-
underground Orcus cult.
I must say I'm a refugee from the Orcus cult unwilling.
Ooh, neat.
Didn't want
Um,
to be part of it. That's why I'm now doing something different.
In your background, you can choose one of the ones that are listed there. Academic, labor, law, trade, military, noble, or underworld.
Underworld.
And you will want to choose a vice and a purveyor. Your purveyor is where you get your vice from. I would just think up a place in Allure that would probably have access to that sort of thing. Or you can ask me if you don't know.
Where you get
Okay, what
drugs.
is okay, the vice. Could you explain obligation, stupor, and weird?
Okay. So a obligation vice is like maybe you have a like a secret lover or a like a family that is completely poor, or maybe there's an orphanage that you like give stuff to, or maybe it's a debt that you owe to people, like that you're constantly paying off, like these loan sharks. You have some obligation that you need to like pay into or work into, or put the extra work in. You feel a duty to another group or person. Stupor, that's drugs, my friend. That's drugs.
Yeah. I want to
Does
know what the
drink
drugs
fall under
are.
drugs?
What's weird? I gotta know.
Weird is the occult. So anything that you could maybe, for instance, a weird vice might be that you need to eat magic items to maintain yourself.
Chew on a boot.
Could
Chew
I
on a
combine
boot.
stupor with weird?
If it's magic related, I would say it's more on the weird end. If it's mostly just a magical drug, then I would say that it's more in the stupor area. Stupor is like you want to escape from the world for a bit. Weird is like you have a strange need to do something, like maybe a curse or something.
Well, this is my stupid idea of combining the two. I want him to basically smoke ashes to help basically get him into the right mindset to not be freaked out by all the ghosts.
I would call that stupor.
Okay.
Amazing.
It uses
Basically
magic, but
gets-
you're trying to escape.
Because you're not researching magic, you're trying to shut away magic by.
I'm using like weird necromancy magic to get more okay with the necromancy. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I need to get necro drugs.
Okay. Once you're done with that, I think
Okay.
your characters are at least done. We can
Okay,
then
just to
Can we
recap,
indulge?
as the heritage, background. we
heritage,
do?
background, vice.
Okay.
Your
clever
friends.
friends and enemies.
Make sure you have all your pips. Make sure you have a special ability, and clear out your load if you've taken on load, because you're not on a heist anymore. Do not clear out your stress. That stays.
I need to
You
go
will,
smoke my shit.
yeah, we're gonna need to do some downtime activities. Mao gives you guys the rest of your coin. For this mission, you guys get 4 coin. No, 6 coin. We'll say 6 coin. That's in addition to the coin that the Whisper already found. So there's 3 of you. You can maybe give each of yourselves 1 and then put 1 in the crew vault, which can hold 4. Where does that live? In this sheet. It lives...
It should be right underneath the grid.
So, is that what you guys want to do? Do you maybe want to give the Whisper less stuff since they had magic items? Or, up to you guys.
Yeah, well, about the magic items, I thought, I took that for myself.
Yeah, you took 2 coin for yourself. And you
Okay,
were
I'll
just
put that in
given
the
6
crew vault.
coin. You're going to put that in the crew vault? Okay.
Or I'll keep 1 and put 1 in the crew vault.
Okay. So there's 1 coin currently in the vault. You guys have been given 6.
I'll
do you guys
take
wanna
1
do?
from the thing, then the leftover 1 you guys can decide what to do with. Or there's 2 left over.
There's 2 left over, yeah.
You can put that in the vault, or you can keep it. I don't know what you guys want to do with it.
Are we sticking to just like heritage as far as like D&D side? We're not doing like the Dusk Ball stuff.
We're not doing Duskwall stuff. You can say, just do like your species, and then maybe where you're from, because that's probably relevant too. Many of you could just be from Allore.
Okay, I'm gonna say I was a Vintner trader who basically
Ooh.
I got a light sentence and I'm just enrolled in the army instead, just because because I sold out easily instead of being executed or jail time.
That's fun. You guys can also choose names for yourselves, by the way.
I'm
And
still Tiny Tim.
Look, an alias, etc.
Okay, but those are flavor stuff, so we can worry about.
It's all flavor. You can do that whenever.
Do that
Also,
later.
FYI, I did say this was a one-shot. Doesn't have to be if you guys don't want it to be.
I'd be okay with it not being a one shot.
Also, bring in more people if you don't want, or if you're okay with it.
Shane, get your ass in here to be the fucking brother.
What? What?
Oh no, Grundle's here now. He's manifested.
He's
Is that-
boy-affested.
Character archetype that we're thinking about for like a Pathfinder game, but it's siblings, and it's very much older sister, younger brother.
How many
And
games are we
sister-
starting right now?
I'm okay
None,
with having
none.
concurrent games. It means that we can go back and forth between them.
It's just
That's-
characters inside of a stable in a sense.
Canon characters.
Yes.
I've been waiting for Thrazir to show up the whole entire time.
This whole I did
I was
briefly
expecting
mention
him
that
to be our contact.
I did. I did briefly mention that Amon was annoyed that they couldn't contact that merchant during Soul Tide. That was him.
Okay.
Because he was like, oh, we used the last of our ruby dust on these idiots.
He's very much trying to establish his own Amazon now.
You'll notice
I'm
that there is
saying
a merchants
no.
consortium faction.
Thank you for reminding me of Thrazir's existence, because I knew it, but he's going to be my purveyor of luxury.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I just turned into him in real time.
Chris, merchant game? What?
Anyway, I'll put
Alright.
the 2 extra coin in the vault. Everybody gets 1 coin.
Hell yeah. I
Okay,
would like to
when-
indulge in my vice.
Okay, yeah. So we can now. First of all, let's do XP for the score.
Okay.
So when we get XP for a score, we're gonna do individual XP first because we barely made our crew. Trying to find where it is on the sheet. Oh, so below your special abilities, it says mark XP. Below that, you'll see a bunch of things written there. Every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in that action's attribute. Then at the end of each session, or mission as it were, for each item below, mark 1 XP, or instead mark 2 XP if that item occurred multiple times. You'll have, these are like particular to you guys. Did you guys address a challenge with, and then it'll say like for the cutter, I think it's with violence or coercion.
Oh yeah,
Something
I
like
put down
that?
2. I put down 2 pips because very much violence.
So that's on you. You can mark 1 XP or 2 if you did it multiple times. And then if you expressed your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background, nobody did because nobody had those. And same with struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. We haven't done any of that yet.
I assume everyone just either gets like 1 or 2 for.
Yes, for this one, yes. Unless you did some desperate rolls, but You do
That's true.
those
Someone-
during
someone
the
did.
heist.
Someone
do a
did
couple
do a
desperate.
desperate roll.
Yep.
It was,
I did 2
J-
desperate rolls.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have 2 XP. When you mark
Wait.
XP, by the way, you can put it in either. Hold on, I need to
No,
systematically destroy a song.
if you do a specific thing for like, say, resolve
Yeah.
in any of
which
those things, and you did
I
like
did.
a desperate, then you put the little playbook
Yes.
tick up there.
You were in the bathroom, but we did explain how it worked.
Yeah.
Sorry, I deleted that song, so now I never have to hear it again.
Good.
Okay. So
What's a
yeah,
technical skill.
what's a technical skill?
Yeah, it says like you just a challenge with a technical skill or mayhem.
So technical skill is like you used Tinker or you used
Okay.
a trained skill. Like punching somebody is not a trained skill. That's just something you can do. But a
Mhm.
technical skill would be like something that your character has specialized knowledge and training to do.
Okay, I did do 1 tinker, so I guess that counts as 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So, would I be able to argue for 3 since I summoned a ghost? I summoned a ghost twice and then I used it to find magical items. Or 2.
You get 2 if you did it multiple times. Include
Okay.
if you did it 10
I get it,
times,
yeah.
you still get 2.
Then it'd just be 2 because the other 2 things didn't matter. And the desperate goes in your attribute pips on the top, right?
That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay.
So when you mark down XP, you can either put it in the daggers near playbook advancement, or in any of the daggers above your abilities. The desperate roll has to go in the category that skill was in. That's the only exception to that. Whenever you fill one of those, you're going to empty it, and then you put a pip in that table. So if you fill up your insight, you can put a pip into anything. Hunt, study, survey, or tinker. Any of those 4 things. If you fill up your playbook advancement, you get to choose another special ability. That's how that works.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
So it is worth trying to get desperate rolls, but that does increase usually the chance you fail the mission.
Does. It sure does. Because a desperate thing means that you're going to take a bigger consequence. You've heard things like position and effect for each roll. Position is controlled, risky, or desperate. Controlled means that if you fail, you don't really take any bad consequences, and you can usually try it again, but usually it reduces your position to risky now. Risky, that could reduce your position to desperate, and you could get consequences. And desperate means that you take bad consequences, but you get an XP for doing so. And you will never get to retry a desperate roll. Like, there's no way. Like if you throw a grenade, you can't throw that grenade again. It's gone. An effect is very narrative. It's either limited, standard, or great. If something has a limited effect, it's like I shoot an arrow at the golem. Okay, well that's going to have a limited effect, so it's maybe not going to fill as many clock slices as you would want it to. Or a great effect, you completely overcome the obstacle just by succeeding. Just going through those. So anyway, fill in your XP. Then we can do crew XP. And we can create our crew because we still have a bit more to do. You guys need to pick I'm going to find out where it is. Your favored operation type. Hunting
Would that just be
grounds.
Under Bravos?
I'm going to find it. Huh. Not seeing it. I thought it might be under hunting grounds or something. Oh, I guess you can click in there. So, I think you need to choose a favorite op between battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab.
Smash and grab seems to be everyone's go-to.
Does that sound good for everybody?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Delete those.
Jay out here was like, guys, we need to be subtle about this. Blows.
No, I am a theater actor. Drama is the way to go.
I love this character.
All right. We can also get 5 contacts. We can choose up to 5 contacts from our list. So I'll say each of you guys choose a contact from the crew list. They're on the right
I
side.
guess an explanation would be good. What's a blue coat?
Okay. Yeah, that's a Duskfall specific thing. They're the police. If you see blue coat, it's leaf crown.
Mm.
I'm gonna
It's
go
poke.
through here, see if there's any other weird ones.
Consider
A ward boss is going to be like a prison warden.
Oh, that's good too.
What was the name of that? This is like a NPC that showed up toward the end of the campaign a couple of times inside of this tavern, and we like used them to kind of do some searching stuff. They're like a
Oh
mercenary
yeah.
orc.
Um.
I was gonna use it as my fighter friend.
Damn. I'll write that down because I don't have that on hand because that's a very niche NPC. But I'll like open the other game and see if I can find out who that
Search through
was.
it.
The orc from Galestone that trained Amon a few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the physiker?
A physiker is a doctor.
Doctor.
Ah, okay.
How many
So-
friends do we choose?
Everybody chooses
me-
one, and then I'm gonna choose another one for you after you're done.
Okay. So I'll
It's
make
gonna
my
be
first pick.
easier.
I'll pick. There are two of them. I'll pick one. Walker, ward boss, because
I was
Hey,
also gonna pick
prison.
Walker. That's a good one.
Oh wow, they repeat, huh?
Oh, multiple times.
They repeat
Walker
multiple
is in there
times.
like 2 or 3 times.
That's fine. You guys can also invent them from the previous game. You can edit these values.
Yeah. I just
I'm
put
gonna-
in orc fighter.
I'm gonna pick the upper Walker.
no, don't pick both. Okay, you pick the top one. Okay.
Tomas
gonna
the
pick-
Physiker.
Tomas the Physiker, because maybe I need more skincare regimen. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
You know why you know why you have bad skin? You're like theater. Like I'm not gonna look away. I'm gonna look away at this explosion. I'm just gonna walk slowly. Your back is full of shrapnel.
Wait, if we can add somebody, who was the potion maker in Allure?
Gillian?
Yeah,
Gillian.
I'll just add Gillian. I'll have her make me drugs all the time.
Drugs.
Sure.
So
We'll put it under the first Meg. So Gillian.
For whatever reason,
or
you said
alchemist.
that, and I thought of the tabaxi from Galestone.
Oh my god, yes.
Pot of bees.
Yes. Oh my god, the one who suddenly showed up with boobs.
Yes.
The
He's
fucking
like,
stoner druid. He was
he's
great.
like, I don't really know what happened, but they're okay here.
I'm gonna start deleting all the extraneous ones.
Okay. So click on. Oh yeah, cool. Gillian the Alchemist. That's where I get my stash.
All right. We need one more from you guys.
Wasn't picked.
I guess me.
Oh yeah. If you haven't picked one, and
Choose a blacksmith. Make sure your shovels are always
No,
sturdy.
no.
I don't
Meg.
know what you're looking at though.
it's the crew sheet.
It's
Oh, the
Uh,
crew.
sheet,
Contact.
Bravos, right hand side, Bravo,
Thank
contacts.
you.
Or if you want to remember one from our campaign, because there was a few people that did stuff.
Also, there's a
Mm.
tavern owner that no one picked too. So where should our contact meet? I don't know. Middle of the street. We don't know a tavern guy.
And I have a nemesis with another tavern owner, so maybe it would be good to have a place to actually hang out
Loots. Place
Yeah.
to chill.
and share our loot. Eh? Eh? That was a bad
No-
joke.
no
Never
sharing.
mind. I'm sorry.
But the joke was fine. We just said no sharing. That's why.
I've chosen mine.
I am not getting any names from like the previous campaign. The first thing that came to my mind, I was like, we actually don't want to have any interaction with this thing. Was the stupid gnome from the fucking bog with all this stupid shit
Oh,
happening.
The
Squellic.
Bogguts.
Oh yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, I
What
don't think
about-
they're here.
He talked like Zap Brannigan.
What about the gnome that had the curious item shot that died and came back?
Oh, Shit, what was his name?
yes.
He had pink hair, didn't he?
Yeah. He gave him a cursed item by accident.
yeah, you turned him
You
into a
really
vampire. You helped
Started
turn
the
him
whole
back.
campaign by
You stole
killing
stuff
him.
from him. Blew up
We
his
gave him
shop.
stuff later. Took
Curiosities.
his,
that was
yeah.
his.
Yeah, it's curiosities.
Enel.
If you ever need
Enel's
things to hawk-
oddities.
Enel.
Yeah, you could always hack. Maybe you know an elf. I'm
Wait.
always hawking him things.
Wait, can we have Cecil as one of our contacts just to piss off our bar? Because I feel like that's just gonna like.
You can. Cecil does
Oh.
have one of the factions in this setting.
Oh God, why are we bringing Cecil back?
He has a counterfeiting business called Prism Inks.
Oh wait, Cecil's. Oh okay, I was thinking of the
I
other
want
guy who was the
Fuck that
phony.
guy. No.
Cecil's better than the other guy that was the fake. Who was the fake guy?
Festar, he's a goddamn fake.
Yeah, Festar was the bad one. Cecil's fine.
No, Festar was the.
I'm
Festar's the
gonna
Jackalware.
fight you.
Yeah, Festar's the Jackalware. That was
Festar's
like, chill.
wands. Cecil
Cecile
was
is the
the one that
douchebag.
counterfeited scrolls. That's who
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah, I kind of want Cecil.
I don't.
But there was one guy who was like selling fake stuff though, and didn't know how the magic was working.
Oh,
Tragedy?
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
He got all the vintners like scraps and then basically had to deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah, Tragedy was. I didn't like. Cecil's fine to me, even though he's a lot.
Every time you use one of his scrolls, you got an ad.
Hey, he just was thinking ahead.
Ugh.
Well, it's
Fine.
up to Allie's
Yeah.
character.
I'm
It's just
only. I want counterfeiting stuff only because
Do
it
it.
might. Okay.
You
No,
could also
do
have
it.
that be your personal contact.
And
your
also, it is completely a-okay for me to have a rival, or not necessarily a rival, but like a bitch off with him.
And I
I'd be
mean,
happy to do
I
that.
think
You
it's
don't
great.
have to like your contacts. You just have them as contacts.
Yeah,
That's
we
fair.
hang out with fucking Thrazir all the time.
Actually, yeah, good point. What was the name of what did Esquinor get
Edgrinor?
reincarnated as? Edgrinor get reincarnated
Oh
as?
shit!
Priyan?
No.
Priyan was the.
That's the Red
what was her
Raven.
name?
Yes.
Basically, they turned into an alchemist necromancer type thing.
Yeah,
Alchemist, Necromancer, Gnome, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I can't remember the name.
I can't remember her name.
That would make sense for me to be as a contact because it's a similar sort of vibe, which is like, hey,
Yeah.
you like spooky shit? Yeah, I like spooky shit.
That
All
could be
the
your
button
personal one.
zombies.
They were blue zombies as opposed to in magic terms.
All right. Well, why don't you guys, while Allie chooses their final
Cecil.
crew contact. Okay, but then I'll put it in. Cecil, Prism Inks leader. Just for my reference.
Because that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay, look at the special abilities. You guys get to choose 2 of those for your crew. Also, it looks like it's already marked off, but Bravos have prowess training, which means that whenever you guys take the training downtime activity, which automatically puts XP into your stuff, when you do it in prowess, you get an extra XP pip,
Oh, cool.
like an extra blade at the top
Mhm.
there. You guys also start with a gang. Their type is thugs.
Nice.
So you already have a
We- we-
cohort.
we
It's already
trained them.
put it up there. We're gonna have to give them edges and flaws at some point, but you do have a gang. You
It's
can
like we're the
flavor them how you
minnows,
want.
And we got some little babies to like hang out with us.
Yeah.
Do we have
God,
a Biff?
I hope one of them has a personality like Kuno from was it the Disco Elysium? Kuno doesn't fucking care. Kuno's doing Kuno shit.
I was watching something today with somebody who unironically had the name Kuno, and there's like a character in the show. And I was like,
Oh God.
Jesus.
So in terms of, do we need to pick special ability now?
Yeah, you guys are gonna pick 2 special abilities.
I like dangerous, so we all know how to fight. That's just me.
And add +1 action rating, which is the
Yeah.
pips, to hunt,
And adds it
skirmish,
to
or
hunt,
wreck.
Skirmish. Yeah.
That just immediately happens.
It means just everybody can fight at some point if they need to.
And do some type of fighting, yeah.
The one at the top is the best one usually for starting out.
Yeah, this one keeps on repeating too. So I was like,
Why do
Dangerous
they
Blood
keep-
Brothers. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
bet
see
it's
that.
probably added. Okay, hold on. Where does it end? It ends at veteran. I'll start deleting them. Thank you for noticing that. I'm not sure why I did it. It might be because I've changed it to Bravos multiple times.
Okay.
I also like fiends because again, it just makes it better to survive
Mm.
resistance.
I mean, yeah, but Patron's also really nice. Because it costs money to like upgrade your
Also, the
Okay.
fact that we're returning to our own setting means that we have a patron. And I thought we were kind of doing like this commando style, where like we are like the
You guys are your own group.
Okay.
You did a job with the help of Edelon Groves setting you up.
okay.
They're giving us some reputation so we can go off on our own.
And they hired a bunch of expendable people to do a messy job that they didn't want to deal with.
Yeah, smart.
So, are we voting for dangerous and patrons then?
I do like dangerous.
Okay, I do
not
like
patron,
dangerous,
run.
but patron. Okay, so here's the thing. Forge in the Fire to me might be a good. Like, it's not that we have like, we're gonna necessarily use it, but we know how we go. Like when something gets fucked up, it gets really fucked up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of nice. And does everybody kind of have an already? You can make up a quick backstory if you need to.
I've already done it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
already ready to
I
go.
know exactly who I am, and I'm also considering maybe this is Juliana's uncle, like estranged uncle that
Oh, shit.
ran away to the theater, and that's why she likes the stage so much, is because of these childhood memories.
Man,
All right.
I would love
So
to
I-
go back to maybe a week ago when 90% of you guys were like, I don't want to invest in another character, and I don't have any ideas, and like, it just feels kind of, it's fine for a one shot.
Look,
I mean-
this character that I have already in mind has been planned or somewhat talked about for at least a year now, technically.
Just making a broody boy.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Chris, my character is going to be the. So you know how like you have a bunch of contingency scenario because as you're a DM, you're like, okay, if they do this, they're gonna be in this encounter and such. I'm basically one of the thugs that the party never fought because I'm in that timeline. The party never engaged in that situation. So I'm just a grunt,
Mm.
generic grunt.
Okay.
I'm the stormtrooper that survived to the end of the trilogy.
Yeah, I'm also leaning towards Forged in Fire.
Yeah, so I think dangerous and forged in fire.
Mhm.
We've had backstories and we've had to be scrappy.
The intention of Blades in the Dark, just as a heads up, is to basically do as much shit as possible in the fastest amount of time because you will need to retire.
Yeah.
Yep. Your characters may get imprisoned. They may go to jail. That's
Those are
not
also
the
fine.
end of that character, by the way. They are just out of the next few heists. You can then make a new character or sit out. And if you make a new character, you just have two characters that you can take on heists. They just can't be on the same heist. You're also going to be able to do things like you'll see this little grid that says layer. It's on the top of the crew sheet. You can expand your layer outward to like get bonuses and stuff. Like terrorize citizens, you get +2 coin when you do battle or extortion jobs. Whenever you get turf, you're gonna mark off one of the rep things over here. That's how you do it. You click the top one, and it makes it easier for you to gain reputation because it takes less time to fill the bar. Is how that works. Shit, how do I get rid of it? That's how you get rid of it. But yeah, we can also now do your XP for your crew. At the end of each heist, for each item below, mark 1 XP or 2 if it happened multiple times. This is at the bottom of this page. Execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab. This was a smash and grab, so you're going to get an XP. Contend with challenges above your current station. Technically it was. They're a tier 5 faction, so you get another XP. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. You have developed a brand new reputation of being a crew, so I'm going to mark
Yay.
another XP.
So how many should we have marked?
I have marked 3 XP at the bottom.
Yeah, Chris
Oh,
is
at the
doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For
I was looking at heat for some reason. I'm dumb.
Yep, we do need to do that as well. So, got your payoff. 6 is the standard amount of coin that you will get, like for a standard job like we just did. The least you can get is like 2 coin.
You
like,
botch it.
yeah, you botched it, lifting purses, what have you. So heat. So after a score or conflict, your crew takes heat according to the nature of the operation. You guys think that was smooth and quiet? Maybe contained?
No.
Loud and chaotic? Or
Yeah.
wild, devastating?
Loud and chaotic.
Chaotic.
Okay. That's 4 heat.
I wanted to be devastating, but I couldn't. I was frozen.
Add +1 heat for a high profile or well-connected target. They are high profile. So we're going to mark another 5th heat. You're not at war with them. Situation happened on hostile turf. I guess it did. You can pay... I'll say that if you pay them off with like 1 coin, you will not take an additional heat. You can also reduce heat with downtime activities.
We could pay 1 coin. We had an extra 2 coins.
Sure. So we can just take 1 out of your bank. So I'll just reduce that. Oop. Now you have 2 coin in your crew bank. Last thing, if anybody was killed, then you automatically get 2 heat added on. Nobody was killed. So,
Surprisingly.
just letting you know, if you kill somebody, that causes a lot of heat. If that bar gets filled, your wanted level goes up, which means that you get less, or you get worse entanglements at the end of a heist.
Mm.
So now we're going to roll for entanglements. I think. I wonder if there's a way to do it in this. Is it this? Oh, yeah, so clicking the wanted thing creates entanglements. Okay,
We still have to think of an alias for our crew.
yeah, that is true. You guys aren't Edelon Groves.
Nope. Maybe we need to do one more thing to figure out what our name is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Their wanted level is
It's
1,
like-
2, 3, 4, 5. It's rather... I've never seen the entanglements roll before. Okay. So your heat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's between 4 and 5. So I think we roll based on the amount of heat. Oh no, it's based on your wanted level. I see. That's why it said 0 dice. I'm sorry, I'm figuring this out as well. So we got 3. I will look what that is. Okay, one of your gangs or other cohorts causes trouble due to their flaws. You can lose face, or make an example of one of the gang members, or face reprisals from the wronged party. I don't think we know the cohorts very well yet, so instead let's say the Leaf Crown grabs an NPC member of your crew, or one of your crew's contacts to question them about your crimes. I'm gonna say that the crew got the best look at the slide. So, Jay, your character gets brought in by the Leaf Crown for questioning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
Dear Lord. No, they're gonna be like, please get rid of him. Please let him leave. He won't stop talking.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a fortune roll to see how much you talk. Okay, this is basically So you can either choose to pay the blue coats off with 2 coin. It can come from the crew. Or I will let this roll go through and it'll increase your heat.
Can I? I want to be mouthy.
Okay, let's see how much you talk. Just gonna make a fortune roll, which is just a d6. 5. +1 heat.
Okay.
The Leaf Crown are now kind
Oh,
of
that sounds
aware of your crew. If you had gotten a 3 or less, then it would have been 2 heat. A 6 means you didn't say nothing. Alright, so that's your first little entanglement. I think that's... Oh, how do we do reputation? That's a good question. Shane, do you remember how reputation works?
That stuff is fuzzy to me because Harrison did a lot of that.
Alright, well, for now, why don't we pick what kind of downtime activities we want to do, so that you guys can think about what that is going to entail. I want to see if it's written anywhere, like on your character sheets or something. Okay, I don't think it is. No, it's not. Alright, I think I have it written down somewhere that's easy to copy paste from. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the Roll20 chat. Okay, they're separated by spaces. They used to be bulleted list, but that's how that's gonna look. So you can either seize a claim or increase hold, make an enemy vulnerable, reduce the hold of a vulnerable enemy. Oh, sorry, this is not for you. This is annoying. Ignore all those.
Okay.
Those are for NPCs. So you guys can either acquire an asset, start or work on a long-term project, sorry, just typing stuff down. You can recover, which means that you're seeking treatment for harm, which I don't think anybody took any harm because you guys resisted it. Reduce heat, which you might consider doing.
Yeah.
So it's basically going to be a roll, and then you're going to reduce heat based on the result of the roll. You can train. When you spend time training, you mark 1 XP on any of your XP tracks. If you have the training upgrade, you get another additional XP. Another thing is you can indulge your vice. This reduces stress.
All of you want to.
All of you probably want to.
Oh yeah.
You
No,
guys
we are
get
full on stress.
you get 2 downtime
Yeah.
activities. Usually it's 2 between heists, but maybe circumstances might mean there's 1 or none, potentially.
I'd
So.
like to first try and reduce stress.
Sure.
I would like to reduce stress. I'm going shopping.
Okay, so you're gonna say how
But-
your character indulges your vice, including.
By the way, if we chose dangerous for our group thing, should we all add a pip to our sheets
yes,
on those spots?
in those
Okay.
spots that it says, one of the spots that it says.
Right. Which was
Yeah, either hunt,
wreck,
skirmish, or wreck.
skirmish? Yeah.
Up to a max of 3, so you can't bring it above 3. I think it's a crew upgrade that'll let you guys go to 4. I'm not sure. It might be a personal upgrade. I'm actually not sure about that. Okay. Okay, your vice roll is a resistance roll in reverse. Oh, this is why I was confused. Rather than gaining stress levels, you clear stress levels. The effectiveness of your indulgence depends on your character's worst attribute rating. It's their weakest quality. So, assuming a lot of you are going to be rolling 2 dice and taking the worst one. It's either insight, prowess, or resolve that you're rolling for your vice, but it's going to be your worst attribute.
Resolve.
Insight.
Because it's based on how many pips you have on the left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
Yes, behind to the left of the.
Okay,
the arrow.
resolve it is.
So, who's doing their vice first? Dan, you mentioned it first, so why don't we start with you?
All right.
Yeah. So I
What-
just click. What do I do for this?
Well, first, who's your vice purveyor? Like, what's your vice?
Jillian. My vice is smoking the haunt drugs.
All right, you
Ghost-
go to Jillian.
Ghost weed. We'll call it ghost weed.
Hey, welcome back. In for another, helping.
Yeah. It's been a rough day. We got the job done, but I had to see some things over and over.
Oh, a
Turns out
job.
industrial accidents don't look pretty.
Well, I'm not gonna ask any more questions than I need to. You said you were joining a crew this time around. How'd that work out?
I mean, the job was done. We still haven't quite come up with a name, but the job is done.
Oh, a name. Going, Bravo, huh?
Smash and grab is the easiest in the end.
Well, here you
I
go.
can help with the layout, but never
You-
know what the ghost will tell me.
You take the usual. You give the usual payment to Jillian, and she says that you can go in the back room if you want. She'll make sure that nobody disturbs you.
I put on some reggae music in the back.
All right. Let's have you do your weakest roll.
So I just click resolve.
Yep.
No bonus. Oh, sweet.
Okay. So you reduce your stress by 6.
This is some good shit, and you always have the best records.
I have a question for you. Did you go past 0?
Let me see. No, I don't believe I did. I was 1 away from trauma
Okay.
because that group check screwed me over.
So if you overindulge in your vice and you go below 0, that causes something bad to happen. While under the influence of your vice, you go on a bender. You might attract trouble or increase heat. Maybe your character just doesn't show up for the next heist.
Jesus.
Or your employer,
I love this.
your purveyor might cut you off and you need to find a new vice.
Why is being a criminal so difficult?
What?
There's so much paperwork for being a criminal. So anyway,
hard to be a criminal.
we can do this with everybody else. Anybody else reducing their stress? And if so, where and how?
My vice is drinking, and I'm gonna assume if we're gonna be in a lorry, then I might as well go to the Three Ravens.
Yeah, that's the Edelon Grove's lair.
I refuse to drink their peach wine. I want something stronger.
They do sell other things. That is just their hot ticket item. You head to Edelon Groves and drink yourself into a stupor.
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
'Cause
hopefully
I
not if
could.
you overindulge.
I don't think I technically can because I have a lot of stress.
Okay, that's good. So, all right, you take the. Is that the worst one? So,
1 pip. Wow.
look at how it tells how much stress you have.
Oh, it says to the highest. Clear an amount of stress equal to the highest die result.
Okay.
So go down 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool.
And that was your worst attribute was 2 pips.
I rolled 1.
Oh, according to the worst one. Got it. All right. What did you click on to do that? Oh, did you click on?
Indulge vice.
Oh, where is that? Oh, I see it. Gotcha. All right.
Oh, actually, hold on. I want to see because I added in a dice, but I wonder if it already automatically.
No, it
calculates
should have automatically calculated it. That's why I was like, yep. So clear
Sure.
3 stress instead.
Yeah.
Okay. So for future reference, you don't need to click the attribute. You can just click indulge vice, which is above your
Mhm.
stress.
Now, let me just see if that's different.
It shouldn't be.
No, it's the same.
Doing it the same way. All right. Anybody else relieving their stress?
I would love to relieve some stress.
All right.
Let's go
I don't like it when
shopping.
players say that to me, but that's fine.
I'm gonna go shopping. I'm looking for a new makeup compact. Some
God, is your
designer
vice shopping?
goods,
Yeah, luxury.
Luxury.
Where the
What's
fuck
the-
do we put all of this?
Retail therapy.
Welcome to the Merchants Consortium. One
Oh,
of my
God.
prized guests.
All
Go.
right,
Hello,
Link.
darling, and gives Thrasir a kiss on each cheek.
Oh, mademoiselle. Kisses your ring. Oh, a new ring. Maybe you need another one for this finger. I have some gems in special from Famlida.
Oh, you do know how to spoil me.
Only the best. Let's see how you indulge your vice.
I'm clicking and it's not doing nothing. I can just click insight.
Could just click insight. Oh, it's probably putting a table up that says input value. Try moving the
Got it.
window around.
Yeah, just got hit 0.
You have cleared 1 stress. It's all quite expensive and very overwhelming, and maybe your bank account is struggling against this one. It's not
Wasn't good enough.
relieving as much stress as it normally would.
Maybe I should have gone for the fur coat instead of the ring. I need a comfort blanket.
All right. Last but not least, the leech. Are you indulging a
All right.
vice?
Yeah, I gotta say mine is gambling.
All right.
Yeah.
Where are you gambling? So there are 2 major gambling factions here. You could gamble anywhere, but the Gold Gate Den is for like higher class people. Blind Heights is a place in the Undercroft. They play a card game, so that's one of their deals.
I'm gonna say Blind Heights. I'm a thug.
All right, you head to the Undercroft. This is a set of. It's built into the walls of the Undercroft, like the cavern walls. It's a secret cavern up there that overlooks the rooftops below. That's why it's called Blind Heights. You can't see it, and it's above everything. But either way, a bunch of rough and tumble types, thuggish enforcers, let you into your usual spot to play some Gob Snub, their official game. Right, let's do a vice roll.
Alright, bonus dice, none. Alright, let's see what this roll goes.
1 stress relieved.
It was not a good night.
What I'm hearing is I need to go do more shopping, and the rest of us need to drink more.
That is what I'm hearing. So you guys get 2 downtime activities. You can either indulge your vice again, or do one of the other activities, like
Yeah.
reducing heat. I
Goes up.
can.
A little bit higher.
I think we need to reduce our heat.
I think we need to reduce our heat. We'll just take a less stressful job next time.
We'll blow it all up.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna copy and paste. There we go.
Well, I got rid of half of my stress, so I could also use mine for getting rid of heat. That way
Yeah.
you guys can indulge in your vice and
Yeah, those that got
Clear
some
out
good
some more.
indulge rolls might want to do that.
Yeah, I'll
then.
help with reducing heat. I'm pretty much don't want to try again, or else I'm gonna go negative stress.
Okay,
Mm.
in my case, I'm gonna indulge. Okay, let me do the indulge vice again then. Just to
Okay.
get it over with.
Yeah, because I know 2 of you got only 1. Okay, so that's a
Gamble,
3 for
gamble,
you.
gamble.
You spend a lot of time gambling, several days, in fact. The green dragonborn that leads the place kind of pats you on the back and gives you a little extra coin for a bit more gambling. This time you win back some of your winnings, but you've now kind of gotten a little addicted to this place, and you keep coming back. It's your now vice of choice.
Yay.
Jay, are you the slide doing this again? Doing vice again?
I kind of want to.
Okay. Going on a shopping spree, Brazier
Yep.
takes you to Famladan to see some of their specialty
Yes.
shops. The consortium, of course, has a embassy now here in Elore, thanks to relations increasing after the war cut out and after Famladan was discovered by Edelon Groves.
God damn it! Nothing is filling this hole inside.
The slide does an entire ass montage song about how they shop, but they just can't fill anything. I don't know.
But I just can't stop.
I'll find it. I'll find that outfit someday, but not yet.
I'll find the gem to fit the slot on the emptiest ring. I don't know.
Just one more hat.
1 hat more. Red, the color of this blouse. I knew that would get somebody. Okay, reducing heat. So if you want to reduce your heat, that's going to take Okay, so it's a roll. It might be consort. It might be like trying to sway people. However you want to spin your method of getting heat down. Who's doing it, first of all?
I can do it.
Cutter's doing it. Cutter, how are you reducing our heat? What ability are you trying to do? What action you taking?
You better not fucking report us.
Mm,
You intimidating leaf crown people or something?
well, I would like to be able to see where the things are for bringing down our heat, so I can choose. But I don't know where I'm looking.
Well, it's mostly just your actions, like skirmish or consort or whatever.
If you want to
Attune.
do
Survey.
a bodyguard thing too.
Yeah, I have command. Okay,
Well,
I got other things. I don't just punch.
I'm just giving examples of
Maybe
what
punch,
the
you know?
actions are.
Is it kind of just like you try to get good alibis and good faith in around the people type thing?
It's whatever you say you're doing, and then you reduce heat according to the result. A failure means you reduce it by 1. A partial success means 2. A success means 3. A crit means 5.
Is there any way that I could use maybe command and coin and try and pay my way through? Someone in the leaf crown has to be dirty.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's
Still?
dirty. I think you can use coin to increase the result.
Maybe more of a sway than a command.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
more
command
like
is more
sway.
forceful. You better do this or else. type
Yeah,
of deal.
command is akin to intimidate.
Right. So I have no pips in sway, but I can do sway, and I can just pay for coin to increase it.
Yeah, we'll add an extra die if you do coin.
All right. Risky standard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter outside of the heist. A 6. That's good. So you reduce your heat by 3. Let me bring that down. There you go. Now you only have 3 heat, which does bring you into a noticeable... it's the next tier down of bad entanglements. So,
So it's not as bad.
So how much heat we got left?
3.
Okay, I'm gonna try. So could I argue I take shifts at the local chapel, helping people out, since I think I'm leaning into my guy probably has some like clerical training.
Sure. Maybe you make it in good with the priesthood and build
Try
up
to
a
basically-
better reputation and name for your group.
Even though I'm sketchy, I'm like build up a good alibi type thing, sort of thing, where it's just like
Yeah.
you know I'm gonna.
Well,
put in
that's
some
that
shifts
nice
here.
priest of Nerul. We love them.
I forget what the D&D guards are for death.
It's Nerul
Um,
in this setting.
Right. Yep, new rules chosen is always fun time. Okay, where's the poor guy who needs healing? And then I'll just try that. Hold on. So can I use a tune for that? That's kind of the angle I was going for.
I'm not sure about that. I would say it's probably still sway because you're trying to
Okay.
convince people of stuff.
All
You're not
right.
magically making the heat go down.
Mm-hmm. All right. I got no resolve. Okay. Pretty good.
That's the cutter.
Oh, I didn't roll. Didn't click right.
It's like, that's mine.
Why can't I click sway?
Try moving around. There might be a window that's open.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, 2. So it increases decreases the heat by 1. Now you guys have 2 heat. All right.
Okay, not bad.
That's everybody's downtime activities. Okay. You guys are getting approached for your next heist. Damn, it's always like this. It's almost 11, huh?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna ask you what your guys' name is. What's the name of your crew?
TBD?
The TBDs.
The
No.
pissing mollies.
Ooh, what was that? What mollies?
The
The
depressing mall.
pissing mollies.
The
pissing
No,
mall.
mollies. Punching mollies? I think would be we have someone who blows up stuff. We have a very exuberant bard, punchy and is scared to see ghosts. Six sense.
A
The
depressive
Ghost
cleric.
Busters.
No.
Remember, it's also it's a lore. It's a D&D universe.
Naming's hard.
So like manticores and shit exist.
Namegenerator.com. Let's go. For gangs.
Specters, something.
Ooh,
I wanna do
specters is
something with
fun.
specters.
the Headley Cow is.
Headley cow.
Inspector Specters.
It's Spectre Catchet.
I know.
Blackjacks.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
Black specters.
Yeah,
I need like a different adjective with specters or different noun with specters. Like
That does sound like Civil War Captain America for some reason.
Spectral blades.
spectral mallets, maybe. Because
Spectral
we smash and
daggers.
grabs.
Spectral Jesters? No.
Spectral hammer.
Bang
Spectacular
bang.
specters.
Smack and jacks.
Smackin' jacks.
The Smack and Jacks.
That could work.
We have
Yeah.
2 votes for the smackin' jacks.
Smack and
It's
jacks.
literally just smash and grab, but also it's
And
Smack
maybe
Jack.
our code names can all be Jack or something.
Or other
Oh, card
Jack-
names.
courtly names.
Yeah.
We got Jack, King, Queen, and Ace.
Yep.
Do we want to do that
Love it.
sort of?
Smack and Jack. Let's do it.
Awesome. Although I guess if you're all jacks, maybe it's Diamond, Club,
Club, spade, heart.
Spade. Oh my
so
god.
That's actually kind of perfect.
Cutter is the
because-
spade.
I have a shovel.
So I can't tell you how perfect that is because remember the card suits that I sort of assigned to each
Mhm.
person. You can use a card deck to do tarot, and they do line up with the suits.
Nice.
So spade, I think. Hold on, I think it was club actually is the one. Hold on, let me do some digging.
And I love this. You guys made the Royal Flush Gang in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
I was
pretty
kind
much.
of thinking that.
Oh god. Is Ace the Psychonaut that...
No.
Unless-
Ace is my baby brother.
Alright. Since we're running low on time, we finally have a name. That's good.
Ace in the hole.
I will offer that the next heist, you guys found out that the Urzat's Armory that you guys just did the heist for, those makeshift toys are actually being sent off and sold to the Gold Gate Den. They're supposed to be sort of festive party installations, but you didn't realize, or they apparently didn't realize that those more lethal modifications were made. So you think that somebody is pulling a heist there, and you have some prior inside knowledge. You might be able to get ahead of this.
So we're doing a counter.
Doing a
Oh,
counter
wow.
heist.
Okay.
They're doing a holiday party, and all those toy soldiers are going to be there, and you know that they're going to be used as either a distraction or a lethal weapon or something. You just need to figure out who's actually running this. So why don't we do like the engagement roll, and why don't we do information gathering before we leave
Okay.
for the night? So who wants to gather information on this heist?
What's the risk of it? I guess is everyone gonna get like stressed or like because-
I believe it increases. Okay, so it's an action roll or a fortune roll made using an action rating. It can either have great effect, standard effect, or limited effect. you can get either exceptional details, good details, or incomplete information, and it allows you to ask potential follow-up questions based on the information that.
So it's not individual
Yeah.
character affecting; it's the job itself.
Yeah, it just affects the job.
Okay, then I guess it doesn't matter who rolls. In that case, I'll roll it.
Okay.
Roll engagement? Is that what I need to do?
It's not engagement. We're going to gather information. I don't think it's its own role. I think it's might be. It might be just you roll an action roll.
Okay, is there anything? Do I just roll a raw dice, or do I need to actually? Roll
If you're using an action, then you can do that. So, like, if you're surveying, studying, maybe, consorting. Consorting is like a sort of gather information sort of
Okay,
thing.
maybe someone else should do it then, because I'm bad at all of those.
So consorting would be like going to a bar and talking and asking around and stuff. Or like talking to your gang of thugs and maybe getting them to do something.
Yeah, I'm kind of bad at that. Someone else do it instead.
Who's good at talking?
Oh no.
I'm good at
Sorry.
yelling.
Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, I was looking up and trying to figure out what I was going to name my character.
Just roll you're trying to gather information for the next heist.
Yes.
So
like,
consort.
you're good at consort, right?
Okay.
Yeah, ask around, find out who's doing this heist.
I have 1 pip on this, so I'll see what I can do.
That's more than me.
Fortune roll, standard, no debt bonus.
Okay, a 4. That's a partial success. Fantastic. So... Okay. I have so many screens here and my mic is like in an unusual area. Okay, so that's standard. You get some good details and you can ask clarifying follow-up questions. So any question that Dan might ask normally. Okay, I'm ready.
How many doors?
Shut up, Shane. So you find out after talking to some people around the local taverns that a group called the Drake Talons has commissioned the modifications from the Erzatz Armory. The armory itself isn't pulling off the heist. The Drake Talons are. The Drake Talons are they are also Bravos. That's their crew type. They are probably planning some sort of like smash and grab, but they're probably sneaking their way in rather than like breaking their way in. The Drake Talons themselves are a rogue group of adventurers. They were tired of adventuring in the Underdark and are using their player character levels and their magic items and class abilities to extort Alorans in the streets instead of doing heroic deeds.
This is what happens when the party goes murder hobo.
Basically, these are the murder hobos that are planning this sort of heist. They're trying to do Blades in the Dark in their D&D game. Those fools. Any questions about this? Or clarifying questions?
I mean, I have weird realization questions, but I don't think it pertains to anything happening currently.
So, just to clarify, our goal is to stop their heist, or it's to heist instead?
You can do whatever you would like with this information, but you do
can
know
fuck
that
up their
they're
heist
doing a
and maybe
heist.
ours?
You can either try to stop them, try to steal what they're trying to steal, or just make a new friend and maybe protect the Goldgate Den. Like, try and set up ahead of time and say, hey, you're going to get heisted. Hire us as guards. Like, that's another option you could take.
I feel like we'd be shitty guards.
I mean, you're Bravos.
What does the team think?
I mean, it'd be great if we could swap out their carts and then just take whatever shit they load onto it and just run away and go, ha. We don't even need to do the smash. We just drive away.
So you wanna hijack them on the exit point.
Yeah. They just
Ah.
load up into the wrong cart, and we just go, see ya, bitches, it's ours now.
Okay, so that sounds like you. And this is going to tie into your approach. The different approaches are an assault, a deception, a stealth, an occult, which in this case is some sort of magical approach. You're using a spell or scroll or something. A social approach, which is like infiltrating a party and smooching. This is a holiday party. Or transport, which is like a car chase or trying to interrupt somebody's transport.
I guess it'd be either transport or deception then. Because if you're deceiving the exit point or something and they put it into the wrong cart, that's on them. But if they get away, we have to chase them down, or if they have to chase us down, then that's a transport one, right?
Yeah. You weren't able to uncover how they are getting out of there. You only know their method is stealth. Sorry, deception.
Oh.
Because
You're doing just-
they tricked them into accepting these new, like, fake toys, and those toys are going to turn against them.
So the known things that are going to happen is the toys are going to cause a riot. They're going to come in and take what they want. Do we even know what they're taking? No?
You do not know what they're after, but it might just be a general thing. Maybe they're after the vault, maybe they're after the patrons, because the patrons are all rich elite nobles. So, what's your approach? That's all I need to ask.
I think I actually kind of lean into we stop their plans to just get better clout with the den and some of the rich folks.
Also, you want to stop them completely and turn it back in so we get official recognition?
Kind of, but I want to let the initial outburst happen.
You
Okay.
want to
Like-
be like vigilantes.
You want to be
Kind of.
vigilante heroes. Okay.
A little bit, but the not hero part is I don't necessarily want to let them know ahead of time.
So, that sounds like either social, to just be there as part of the crowd, deception as trying to trick them into not catching on. Yeah, I think that's either deception or social. It's up to you guys.
So either we'd have to show up kind of pretending to work there or hiding, or we'd have to be part of the crowd and schmooze.
Yeah. Either way, if you're trying to help them, I'm going to say you're probably going to get more reputation than coin this time around.
Mhm. But the kind of people at this kind of party might be nice to have a reputation with.
Yeah.
So I
And
say
they're
we,
fancy.
I
So
say,
they'll have nice stuff.
I say we do social because we don't have enough connections to do like real deception. Like we don't have like forgery or anything like that mechanism. So social is easier. It's easier to just be part of a crowd.
Yeah. Basically, this way, even if things go super south, all we have to do is just help escort a few rich people out of the building unharmed. You know what I'm saying?
And plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like we're there just trying to be friends, and then we know something's going to go down, and worst case, we just help people out if we don't think we can take them head on.
And
Alright.
worse, we're just good Samaritans to other people.
Exactly. Maybe get a nice patron out of it.
Let's do the engagement roll. You get 1 die as the base. The operation is particularly bold or daring. I don't think this is bold or daring. I think
No.
No,
honestly
we're-
it's
we're
playing it safe a
opportunist.
little.
Yeah.
It's an opportunistic thing. Detail exposes a vulnerability of the target, hits them where they're weakest. I guess the target is technically the Drake Talons instead of the Gold Gate Den.
Yeah. I assume it is that they're weakest. I mean, they're.
I'm
pretty
guessing
weak
this is a
because-
vulnerability because you uncovered information about
Yeah.
them. Are friends or contacts providing aid or insight into this? I don't think anybody is doing so, but for the future, you can ask other factions for help. If you did ask the Gold Gate Den, they would give you an extra die here.
But we didn't. So
We didn't.
We're trying to. earn
Target is
this
not a
money.
lower tier. You guys are a tier 1 thing. Any disadvantage? Operation is complex. Target is strong against this. Enemies or rivals are interfering. No. Target is a higher tier. Yes, they are. So that's -1 die. So I think that's just 1 die then.
We're at a slight disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, 5. That's a mixed result. You're in a risky position when the action starts. So
We didn't. That's pretty okay.
yeah. So when we next play this game, we're gonna start by doing this heist. We're going to go to the Gold Gate Den, which is in the Gate District, Gate Market, right over there. And we're going to try and stop the Drake Talons from heisting them, heisting this gambling den. By the way, they play and gamble over a fancy tile laying game that they call the Great Game. It's a war over the Scablands that they, abstract.
Nice.
Okay, now I'm definitely getting Shadow and Bone vibes.
All right. Thanks everybody that came out to watch this fake ass one shot. It's probably going to open up a little after things go down. I think I'd like to finish up this next Sunday. Are you guys available next Sunday? We're only going to do one more session, and then we're going to go back to Starfinder for
Finish up our one
to
shot.
finish
here.
up that thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
that should be fine.
I think so.
On the 5th. 5th is the Sunday.
Yep. 5th, January 5th.
See you next
New
year.
Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we will see you
have a
guys
good
next year.
Next
New
year.
Year's is on Wednesday.
It is. It's
Yeah, it's a
stupid.
weekday.
Just like Christmas.
I mean, at least it's a day off for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
uh,
there's
Yeah,
going
well,
wrong.
the day is
Uh,
a night off for me, so that's
A lot of people,
Fun.
it's not a day off anything.
Really? I
Guess
don't know,
who's working? This
I
guy.
figured. I know certain companies will be like, all right, don't come in hungover. There's no point. Just don't come in today.
I feel like
The
so
only
many
thing
just
that only
don't-
thing that came out of this New Year's is that I got a free milk jug out of it. So the cafe next door, they're closed until January 2nd, and their milk expires on January 1st. So they're like, "You guys want some, like gallons and gallons of free milk?
Jesus.
We can't legally sell it, so
Right.
feel free
Yeah.
to take it."
Oh,
Man, that's like Car House when they're like, well, we can't sell these
The-
leftover muffins. Here you
the thing
go.
is- the thing is, my boss crazily took like 5 jugs of it, 5 gallons. I was like, "What are you gonna do with this? All that much milk?"
all right. Finally found a raid target. Let's go raid them, and then we'll stop the stream. Good night, everybody. Stay shiny. We'll see you for more blades next
Take
Sunday,
care.
and then the conclusion of our Starfinder game immediately following that.
Thank you for the blades.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Welcome back to Allure.
Yep.
Bye.
A messy, messy city. Have a good night.
Good night.
Take care.